outside. He's going to go. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Big Red. Handoff. Parenzo. Touchdown, John Marshall. Nice call.
The Ohio Valley sports leader, WTOV9, presents the best in high school football. The OVAC WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Steubenville, Ohio. Harding Stadium, the site of tonight's WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week between Mooney Cardinals and Bellaire Big Reds. I'm Bill Phillips, along with the coach, Rich Mamie, and coach, a game that a lot of people have anticipated. A lot of people in Youngstown think their team's the team to beat. Everyone at Bellaire and in the OVAC thinks Bellaire's the team to beat. What's going to happen?
Well, I'll tell you, Bill, the pressure is going to be on both defenses tonight. You know, we have, an outstanding offense with both teams, so it's going to be up to the defenses to see who can stop who as far as this game progresses. It seems like Bellaire, they like to run off of the pass, where Mooney, they don't pass, they just run. They like to run. They line up double tight end, stacked eye. They're going to run from the tackles in. They're going to run a little bit of option. And the field, surprisingly, Bill, is in not too bad a shape. There's some spots that are kind of bad, but overall, with the bad weather that we've had this week, this field is in pretty decent shape. Smash Mouth football comes to Harding Stadium with Mooney, the finesse passing attack of Bellaire. We'll find out which one stands up in the playoffs. We're coming up with the kickoff next. Mooney Cardinals against the Bellaire Big Reds from Harding Stadium. Bill Phillips along with the coach, Rich Mamie. Down on the sideline, our George Kellis. And right now, let's welcome George in before the kickoff. George?
Okay, hi, fellas. It's a mess, but I'll tell you what, this crowd's wired up. A little different than it was last week. It was a little dead out here, but not tonight. This is big time. Here we go.
The weather's not too bad. Kick goes down to Timmy Marling, number 20. He's across the 25, out to the 30-yard line before he is stopped by the Cardinals special teams on the stop for the Cardinals, number 52, Serene. Now we take a look at the Bellaire Big Reds offense. Davis, Roth, Mamie, Taylor, Timberlake, and Kinder, your skill position players. Adams, Weber, Myers, Sechrest, and Vingia up front doing the blocking. A good offensive line. They'll have their hands full with a big defensive line of Cardinal Mooney.
Mooney in a 4-4, and even defense. Doing some switching now in trips.
Davis to throw right away. Finds Kinder one-on-one to the outside. Kinder will lunge ahead for about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 3, or second down and 7. Let's take a look at the defense for Cardinal Mooney. Franklin, De Niro, Augustine, Price, and Alexander up front. A big defensive line. Your linebackers, Kuboff, Vecchione, Ferri. Defensive backs, Hughes, Scott, and Barone.
And that was Barone, the free safety, on that hit on Kinder, running a flat pattern from his tight end position.
Davis to throw again. Batted up in the air and knocked down Ferri. The linebacker almost had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Intended receiver looked like Mamie, number 35.
Mamie coming out of the backfield, trying to hook up in between those linebackers. There's Jose Davis looking all the way to his left. The ball is tipped a little bit at the line of scrimmage, as you saw right there, Bill, and goes incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. And Bellaire in a shotgun offense now.
3rd and 7. Low snap. Davis fields it easily, getting some pressure, looking to roll outside. Does, and he is going to stay on his feet, still on his feet. Lets it go, throws it for grabs. At the 40-yard line, he'll have the first down as he stepped out at the 41. A great play by Jose Davis and Dusty Kinder.
I tell you, he almost went down, Bill, and he was able to keep his feet. And as he began to go down, he let go, and there was Kinder. Kinder made the catch right along the sideline, enough for the first down. The initial first down of the game. Here it is right here. He's chased out of the pocket. Number 43 really putting the heat on him. It's Mitchell. And right there as he's going down, he throws the ball. It looks like a duck waddling out there, but good enough for Kinder to make the catch for the first down.
1st and 10 for the Bellaire Big Reds. Inside handoff to Roth. He goes for about 6. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Big Reds. And Coach, one of the things people talk about with Jose Davis is his size. a tall guy, but not a whole lot of meat to him, and they think if a team can get to him and beat up on him a little bit, he doesn't have the strength to withstand that. On that pass to Kinder, showed the strength that he has in the legs to keep up and make the play.
You know, he doesn't have great speed, Bill, but he does have escapability. He's able to, you know, to avoid the rush. And right here, you see him standing in the pocket, delivers right there, right in those seams of that zone defense. And that was number 83, Bobby Timberlake, running a little turn-in pattern, and Jose delivered it right on the money.
Timberlake down to the 35 for a first down.
Good protection right here. Great job by that offensive line. Gives Jose Davis a lot of time to find his receiver, and there Bobby Timberlake running the little curl in was able to get it upfield for the first down. 1st and 10 from about the 35-yard line of Mooney.
Taylor and Grant Allen split to the far side of the field. Davis to throw it again. Swings it out to the outside. Roth has some running room. Gets past Ferri, and he'll have a first down. Close to it, and he'll get it. Thought they might mark it down when his knee went down, but they'll give him the forward progress out to about the 24-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first.
Again, they're looking for the curl in that side over there. He's looking to his left, looking. He sees everybody covered. Then he realizes he's got Roth coming out of the backfield. Roth, a good receiver coming out of the backfield, makes the catch and then runs well with the ball once he catches it for the first down inside the 25-yard line of Mooney, 1st and 10.
Timberlake, far side. Taylor, near side. Inside handoff to Mamie. Feels through the offensive line and leans forward for about 4 on the play. Coach, 2nd and 6.
Okay, it's the same play they run so often. It's just a little trap inside to Mamie, a lead block by the fullback, Bobby Roth. Here we'll see it right here. It's almost like a draw play. And right there you can see Roth leading up inside. Mamie taking it on a reverse handoff from Davis. Got about 4, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
With the 14, Jerry Amarante checks in. He splits to the far side as Mamie will come in motion near side.
3 receivers this way.
Davis to the outside for Kinder. His tight end turns it up at the 15, 10-yard line. Knocks out of bounds at the 8. It's another first down for Bellaire. And they're inside the 10. It's 1st and goal to go for the Big Reds.
That time, Mamie came in motion. We had 2 receivers, 2 wide receivers this way. Number 14. And I don't have who that is on my starting line. That's Amarante. And when he and Mamie pushed off the defenders, Kinder came underneath. Ball was delivered right on the money. And Kinder did a good job of running with the ball after the catch. Got a little block upfield. So it's going to be 1st and goal on about the 8-yard line. And Bellaire on the march.
The Big Reds pass offense is hampered a little bit last week due to the bad weather. This week, not much wind. It's not raining. They've been putting it up in the air. Davis again to throw. Looks to the outside, and it's knocked down. Ferri, number 44, the linebacker, comes up and knocks it away. Intended receiver Mamie at just about the goal line. Good defensive play by the Cardinals.
I tell you, Reno Ferri came underneath that. He had Mamie open early and waited just a little bit too long. Again, good protection right here. Ferri steps right in front, almost intercepts, and he intercepts that, Bill. He's all the way for a touchdown.
Taylor this time to the far side. Zerfoss to the near side. Davis keeps, and he's down to about the 3-yard line.
That's a good call down here, Bill, because everybody is dropping off in the pass protection. They can get a little seam up there, and guards and the tackles get their people turned out to the outside. It gives Davis a little bit of room to run. Here it is right here. 68, as you can see, does a good job. And also number 78 doing a good job up in there. Those 2 big offensive linemen, that's Myers and Vingia, doing a great job of getting everybody turned out. And then Davis takes it up inside the 5.
Davis rolls far side, looking to flood. No one open, holds on to it, and he'll be taken down from behind.
And I think there's a
late hit. I don't know if anything came down, but a little bit of a late hit, and there's a flag. And we will see if it's going to go against the Cardinals, as Davis was forced out at about the 7-yard line, Coach. And your call face mask, that's the indication that Dusty Kinder's giving, and indeed it is a face mask penalty against the Mooney Cardinals. And George,
it's been a year of great adversity for Bellaire in spite of all the success they've had on the football field. Defensive coordinator Bruce Stoltz lost his dad Sidney early in the week, and he has had to prepare for Cardinal Mooney. And, you know, it's with a heavy heart that these players are out here tonight, and I think that they want a good performance for Bruce Stoltz. The players love this guy as a coach.
Here's replay. Davis is sprinting out to his left. They're trying to flood this area over here. Good blocking over there by number 51 for Bellaire. That's Bobby Sechrest. And there you see the face mask and then the late hit. So there were actually 2 penalties there, Bill. And it's going to be a half the distance penalty to the goal. And should be first down, I think. Now they
had to pick up their handkerchiefs. Take a look at it.
Third down.
Third down, half the distance to the goal line.
Third and goal from inside the 2.
Davis to throw. Plenty of time, gets some pressure, steps away from it now. Morpin slips down at the 15-yard line.
Wow, that hurt.
That's where the field comes into play. The field not in pretty good shape for what's gone on all this week, but that will go as a sack. And of course, we have the sack for the sack. Kroger Food and Drug will donate $50 to the Salvation Army for a sack for a sack. But we take a look at it here, a costly sack, and really no sack at all, just a slip on the field by Jose Davis.
Great coverage by that Mooney secondary and their linebackers. They had everybody covered in the end zone, not a whole lot of room for them to maneuver, and Davis falls down on a 15, and now here they go.
Fourth and goal, and it's batted up in the air, and it's going to go incomplete. Davis knocked down after the play, and Bellaire turned away, and that is a big emotional lift for the Cardinals coach as they watch Bellaire drive it all the way down the field, but they turn them away at the last moment.
I tell you, the sack on third down was a big play for Mooney right there. Here it is on replay. Davis standing in the pocket, trying to go straight down the middle of the field on one of his wide receivers running a turn-in pattern, but the ball is deflected at the line of scrimmage and falls harmlessly incomplete. So now we'll see if Bellaire's defense can do the job against this hard-running, stacked-eye offense of Youngstown Cardinal Mooney.
It's simple. They just line it up and go right at you. Bellaire there on first down.
Good penetration that time by Jason Myers, the defensive tackle. So go ahead and set the defense, Bill.
Okay, we'll take a look at the offense. Hughes, Ferri, Scott, Patton, Vecchione, and Zabel. Your receivers and backs were Tenzio, Kubon, Demako, Patasia, and Price up front doing the blocking for the Cardinals of Cardinal Mooney. We'll get to the defense of Bellaire in just a moment. Right now, second down and 8. 6:45 to go. First quarter of play scoreless here at Harding Stadium. Second round of the playoffs for these two teams looking for a semifinal berth. On the option, running room down the sideline for big yards and a first down. That's number 41 of the Cardinals. That's Paul Patton. He gets a big first down and good yardage, and the option run extremely well by Hughes.
Here it is right here. Good fake to the fullback. It's going to hold those linebackers inside a little bit, and that's our cameraman pulled as well. Quarterback comes down the line. Everybody has to have somebody on the option. Everybody has to be responsible for the fullback, the quarterback, and the pitchman. At that time, they let the pitchman get away, but good blocking downfield by that tight end on the right-hand side. Arc blocking on the defensive back gave him a little bit of room to run.
Option again. Ferri, the fullback, takes it. And he's out for about 3 yards on first down. Second down and 7. Let's take a look at the Bellaire defense coach. Up front, Kinder, Sechrest, Weber, and Myers, a good defensive line. Taylor, Allen, Roth, and Mamie, the linebackers, will have their hands full tonight. Timberlake, Massiarelli, and Lekanudos, the defensive backs for Bellaire tonight in the second round. Bellaire looking to move into the semifinals for the first time in that school's long tradition-filled history. And the Cardinals, they have been there 8 times in the semifinals, 4 times the state champion. And on second down, run right up the middle for about 4 more. It'll bring up third and short, Coach.
A good push that time by that big offensive line of Youngstown Cardinal Mooney. You talked about him, Demako, Tenzio, Kubop, Price inside, and Patosia inside. Right here, just a blast play over the right-hand side to the deepest man in that stacked eye, and they're able to get a good push on that Bellaire defense. It's going to bring up third and short at about the 44-yard line of Cardinal Mooney.
Paul Patton on the last carry for Cardinal Mooney. Ferri, handoff, and he is into the secondary and dives ahead to midfield for the first down. First and 10 for midfield for Cardinal Mooney. Their first possession of the game. Bellaire coach, and two offenses that very strikingly different.
Oh, yeah.
As Bellaire likes to throw the ball. Bellaire all the way down the field on their first drive. Mooney having some success so far, marching up the field with a run.
That's right, and there you have two contrasting offense. Defenses are pretty much the same. They're both in a four-man front with four linebackers. They're basically the same there. But when it comes to offense, it's altogether a different ball game. As you can see right here, Bellaire will spread you out all over the place.
Hughes the pass, looks downfield, and he's looking long, lays it out for his receiver, Timberlake there, and it's knocked away at the last second. It was Taylor and Timberlake on the coverage, intended receiver.
Dave Vecchione,
and he is their go-to guy when they throw the football. And Hughes, even though it's a running attack, he shows you that he's got a big-time arm.
And I tell you, that's the big thing right here. And what he's doing, he's saying, look, if we want to go deep with the ball, I got the arm to go deep, and we got the speed at our tight end positions to go deep if we want to. So you guys can't, crowd the line of scrimmage on us and expect us to run all the time. So that's just a little message right there. If they completed it, great. If they went incomplete, that's okay. Now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from about midfield.
Ferri on the handoff straight ahead, keeps the legs churning for about 4 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6 for Mooney.
Hughes is an excellent ball handler, Bill. If the people that are watching the game, just keep an eye on him. He does a very, very good job of handling the football. He carries out his fakes. It's very, very difficult to pick up the ball, down on the field. So, these guys have to play position, football, make sure that they take care of their own responsibilities and don't go chasing around anything. See if they come with the option on 3rd and about 6.
Hughes looking to pass, rolls to the far side, and it's a first down for Mooney. Intended receiver, and the reception made by John Scott. Went up in the air, hauled it down, was able to get both feet in, and he has the first down for Cardinal Mooney. The sticks move down inside the 35-yard line of Bellaire.
He's the first guy in that eye right behind the quarterback, and he's the one sneaking out. The end pushed off deep, and then he came intermediate at about 10 or 12 yards, and Hughes did a good job of dropping the ball over that outside linebacker and was able to get the first down. So Mooney's got a nice little drive going here. They're inside Bellaire's 35-yard line.
3:55 to go. First quarter of play. Ferri into the secondary. Runs over a man. It'll be close to a first down out at the 24-yard line.
Ferri is the second man in that stack guy who normally would be considered the fullback. And if we have it on the replay, you'll see a nice little cut that he makes right at the line of scrimmage. Here it is right here. Right there, he makes a nice little cut back, finds a little crack, and gets into the secondary. And once he gets into the secondary, he's very, very difficult to bring down because he's not a very, very big guy. They got him listed at 6 foot 212, but he doesn't look 6 foot.
We're going to take a timeout while they measure for the first down. We'll be back with more right after this.
WTOV9's Game of the Week, featuring Bellaire and Youngstown Cardinal Mooney.
Brought to you in high school football game of the week. Cardinal Mooney, Bellaire. Cardinal Mooney right now, their first possession of the game, and they are driving. Bellaire turned away on a 4th and goal. And Mooney turning around, seeing if they can get some points on the board. Ferri, their fullback, for about 3 yards on the play. Calling 2nd down and a long 6 or 7, Coach.
I tell you, that offensive line of Mooney doing a good job coming off the ball. And, the one thing that Bellaire can't afford to do, they don't want to keep their defense on the field too long. And right now, this is a very lengthy, time-consuming drive by Bellaire, Mooney.
Both teams really, with a lot of guys on both squads that go both ways.
That's right.
2:58, clock moving here in the first quarter, scoreless. And off to Patton, and coming through, knifing through Richie Mamie, the all-time leading tackler in Bellaire High School history. He stops him for no gain, maybe a loss of a half a yard on that one. Coach will bring him 3rd down, and we'll call it 7.
And I tell you, great play by Mamie that time. He just stepped up into the hole. He was able to meet the ball carrier right there. Here, we'll see it on the replay. It's a handoff to the deep back, and Mamie right there comes through the crack and is able to make the initial hit, solo tackle, and right there you can see that number 51 for Bellaire's Bobby Sechrest is getting a little excited right here, doing a good job of trying to muscle those guys.
3rd and 7, use the pass. Vecchione was open, but he overshoots and he goes incomplete as he falls down, and it'll bring up 4th and 7. Had him open early, Coach.
Yes, he did. He's trying to hit Vecchione coming across the middle. Number 33 for Mooney, that's John Scott, came out of the backfield and was open along the sideline, but Hughes decided to go for Vecchione, and the ball well overthrown right here, throwing the ball on the run. It's going to bring up 4th and about 6, and Yeah, they have their kicker in, so this is going to be about a 37-yard field goal.
In to attempt to kick number 27. Roboski.
Dustin Roboski.
Snap down, spot down, kick up, and it is, would have been good. But there's a flag down.
Yeah, there's going to be a dead ball foul, and I think this is going to be called against Mooney. But it was thrown by the umpire, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, I think, against Mooney for illegal procedure.
I'd kick it again.
Dead ball, illegal procedure against Mooney. I tell you, he had the distance.
He had the distance. I think he had plenty to get it there from 5 more yards out. I'd have him kick it.
Well, I think he's going to do that. They're not making any substitutions, so it looks like they're going to do exactly the same thing again. I tell you, Roboski had plenty of distance on that. He hit it really solid, and I think it was right down the middle, Bill. So you know, we'll see if he can do it again.
On the field, we both walked down on the field, and I'll tell you what, the team of people, I'll tell you what, it was a team of people from Steubenville that came out here and worked on this field all week long.
Did a great job.
Did a real good job, and Roboski, we'll see if he gets a good plant here and the kick off as it's 4th and 11. Kick up and plenty of leg, but this time it's going to be wide to the left. No good, so Bellaire will take over. Both teams, good scoring opportunities, but they have both been turned away by the defenses. And with 2:03 to go, it's 0-0. Mooney and Bellaire, the Big Reds, will get the next crack at the football.
Moved 80 yards in about 6 minutes. Controlled the line of scrimmage for a while, but Bellaire did manage to turn it back, so we're still scoreless.
Well, George, on first down for the Bellaire Big Reds, a handoff inside to Bobby Roth, their big fullback, number 30. And he goes for about 3 yards on a play. Called 2nd down and 7, Coach.
This is really the worst part of the field is the part that Bellaire is in right now, from about the 35-yard line in from our left. That's really the bad part of the field.
Davis to throw again, dumps it off to Roth. He'll have a first down across the 30, out to the 35, close to the 36-yard line. Ferri coming up, getting a piece of the tackle. But it's a first down for the Bellaire Big Reds.
I tell you, nice job by Jose Davis reading the coverage that time. We have a flat and a curl right over on this side, and Roth just sneaks out of the backfield, hooks up right over the middle. There you see Mamie running a crossing route, and whoop, right there, Bobby Roth does a good job of running with the football after making the catch. First down at about the 35.
Number 31, Toner Barone, coming up and getting a piece of the action as well. Davis to throw again on first down. To the outside for Roth, and Ferri greets him and gives him a kiss at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10, incomplete. Ferri had a head start, Coach, and let him know where he was.
I tell you, sure did. That's free safety coming up and doing a great job of covering those backs coming out of the backfield. That time, Davis had plenty of time to throw, but good coverage by that defensive secondary of Mooney made him go to his outlet man, and good coverage right there.
1:08 to go in the quarter. Davis to throw again. Across the middle, and it's picked off. Toner Barone has it at midfield, still on his feet at the 40. And down close to the 37-yard line, the first turnover of the game goes the way of the Cardinal Mooney Cardinals. And it'll be 1st and 10 the other way with 58 seconds to go in the quarter.
Here it is right here. Davis dropping back, trying to hit a little turn-in pattern right here, number 2. And Toner Barone, the free safety, just sitting back there where he's supposed to, reacting to the football, came up, made the interception, and that was intended for number 2, Benny Taylor. And Taylor had a big game last week, a giant game last week against Tusky Valley. They went to him, waited maybe a little bit too long, and first turnover of the ball game goes to Mooney, and we'll see if they can capitalize on it, Bill.
35 seconds to go in the quarter. Hughes rolls far side, and he's going to keep it. He tucks it and puts the shoulder down and goes out of bounds short of the first down. Gain of about 8. And Coach, on some videotape that we obtained from Youngstown to take a look at the Cardinal Mooney Ball Club, Hughes will drop the shoulder and deliver the blow every time he gets an opportunity.
He's
big guy.
Yeah, he's got great size, 6'3", 192. And there he is right here. And he shows that he just lowers his shoulder and takes it up there close to the first down marker. Again, little play action, roll out to the right side. We haven't seen him come this way too often, so they're basically a right-handed football team right now.
Quarterback that looks like a linebacker. He's got the T-shirt hanging out. It's ripped on both sides. Towel hanging down. Belts hanging down. His ankle stuff on and all over the place, and he's just ready to play some football tonight. Here in the option, he takes a shot from Mamie. The ball out of bounds after a first down game, but Mamie absolutely tattooed Hughes in the backfield. But Hughes able to get the pitch off, and one of the players slammed into the fence. Hopefully no injuries over there. Patton was the ball carrier on the play, but one of the players on the bench was just thumped by his own player in center field.
Here's the look right here. Fakes to the fullback over the right side. And I thought this is one heck of a play by Mamie, because he has to come from his inside linebacker position to make that tackle on the quarterback, and does a great job of getting there. And then the pitch was somewhat errant, but fortunately for Mooney, the ball went out of bounds, and went out of bounds far enough to where they got a first down.
Right now, Cardinal Mooney catching the breaks, the turnover, and the fumble out of bounds for first down. 24 seconds to go, first quarter of play. Hand off Patton. Goes for about 5 on first down, second down and 5, and that's a big win for Cardinal Mooney, Coach. I'd imagine every time they get 5 on first down, their coaching staff has to be delirious.
Sure. I'd say they'll take 5 yards on every down they can possibly get it, Bill, but on first down, getting 5 yards, that's a big win for them. And, you know, they're coming over that right side. Look at it right here. Look at the push that they're getting right here. Mamie is getting pushed back and gets pinned by one of those big offensive linemen. And that's something that you don't see very often. So coming to the end of the first quarter, it's a scoreless ball game, but Mooney really on the hunt right here is going to have a 2nd and 5 from about the 20.
We'll be back after a timeout. Game of the week. Mooney nothing, Bellaire nothing. We're back with the second quarter after this.
If you're in...
There will be crazies, Kellis crazies tonight. They want everyone to scream, and so far everyone has. An exciting first quarter, scoreless. But, Coach, I'll tell you what, a class organization about to put on a class banquet this year at up in Steubenville at the arena. Lou Holtz Dapper Dan Banquet, February 18th, Jefferson County Civic Arena. $30 a ticket. Dapper Dan, Lou Holtz tickets. P.O. Box 4535, Steubenville, Ohio 43952. For more information, call 264-3349. That's area code 614, the Dapper Dan Banquet. It's going to be a great one. Coach Holtz coming in from Notre Dame. Right now, 2nd down and 5 for Cardinal Mooney. Ferri on the carry. Short gain. Flag down on the play. Thrown right into the pile. Where you get that holding
here. A little holding here, I think, Bill. Thrown by the umpire, and when that usually happens, that usually indicates holding. So we'll see what it is. There's the preliminary signal by the referee is holding against Mooney. So that's going to set him back about 10. So instead of being 2nd and 5, we're going to have a 2nd and probably around 15.
George Kellis down on the field, and George, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but what's the emotion like down on the field right now, as far as you can get a gut check on? And since George is not responding, Coach, I'm assuming he cannot hear you.
Yeah. Either that or he doesn't have anything to say, but I can't believe George Kellis does not have anything to say.
George always has something to say. And of course, he'll say it Sunday mornings.
That's right.
News 9 Sports Sunday. It starts at noon right before all of the NFL action. This week, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, our game. But George will be by at noon. You can call up, talk about all of the college and high school football games over the weekend. As Hughes on the option with Patton. Hughes is going to keep, and he's going to take a shot for his carry out to about the 20-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. He'll bring it 3rd and about 5, Coach, for Cardinal Mooney.
Okay, that's a great job of running the option that time. It looked like they had everything covered. Good pursuit inside out by Bellaire's defense. There's the fake to the fullback to Ferri, and you can see what it does to that defensive end. Kinder gets sucked inside. And but right here they have pretty good coverage and good play coming up from that defensive secondary. That's Benny Taylor from his free safety spot making the tackle. And that's the guy who is the key to stopping the option, is the free safety coming from the inside out to take the quarterback.
Ferri on the handoff. He'll have the first down across the 15-yard line down to about the 13 as he carries a load of Bellaire Big Reds down to about the 13-yard line.
And that's got to be real frustrating for that Bellaire defense. They had Mooney in the 2nd and about 13, and on 3rd down they convert for the first down. Here it is right here. Ferri, you can see good job, and once he gets there, he just explodes into those tacklers, and it takes 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. But nevertheless, it is a first down inside the 15 on by Bellaire's 14, 1st and 10.
Taylor and Sochor on the tackle for the Bellaire Big Reds. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line of Bellaire. No score. 10:44 to go in the second quarter. Ferri on the handoff, dives ahead for a couple.
Well, I tell you, I don't know if you noticed or not, but that time Bellaire had 10 people in the box, which is the box we consider to be the tight end, right at the line of scrimmage. They had 10 people in the box, and they had one defensive back about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. And you see that, play action pass and some type of pass is what Mooney's got to be thinking about when they see that defense.
Well, we've got an official timeout down on the field, an equipment check, and one of the Cardinal Mooney players down on the field, possibly an injury. Number 56, I believe that's the center, and indeed it is.
Jeremy DeMacco.
Oh, 50. I was looking at 66 on my roster, Coach. DeMacco limping a little bit, and coaching staff is going to take a look at the big offensive lineman.
Bill, this is a key injury for this kid. He's going to have to go out for at least one play. Now they're going to have to bring another center in, and that in itself is going to create a potential problem on the exchange from center to quarterback. Here it is on the look right here, and there's Ferri coming up inside, and pretty good defense that time by Bellaire. We could see big number 71, Tony Vingia, there on the tackle, and number 56, you can see him right there to the left of that pile is the one that was hurt, and that's number 56, Jeremy DeMacco.
Well, they're looking at his left.
You can use my new binoculars.
Now, are these the ones that you lost in Cambridge?
No. Well, if they are, they shrunk a little bit.
All right, we're going to take a look through the specs here, and we'll send it down to George while we try and see exactly what's going on.
Their emotion is fine, fellas. It's one of those things, though, after the game starts, the emotion to some degree has to be downplayed, and you get down to blocking and tackling and not making mistakes. And it's one of those things where Catholic Central made 4 turnovers against Lisbon last week, and they were ousted. Monroe Central made mistakes last night against Lisbon. They were ousted. Already here in the first half, this is going the way Mooney wants it to. They have an interception and long, sustained, time-consuming drives that they put together. So right now, Bellaire's really going to have to get tough on defense. They're got their backs up against the wall, and they're not going to get as many possessions as they would normally get against a team that has a running game like this.
And I think that's a good point, George. They aren't going to get that many possessions because Mooney's going to take the ball and they're going to control the clock as much as they can. Mooney is an example of the 3 things that you need to do to be a championship team. Control the ball, have a sound kicking game, which we've already seen that they have a pretty good kicking game. And the third thing they have to do is play pretty good defense, and they're doing that so far in this ball game. So, they do the 3 things that are so important to be winners, and they do it very, very well, as does Bellaire. And but that was a good point made by George Callis, is that Bellaire's not going to get as many possessions because Mooney's going to take the ball and control it for long periods of time. We'll see if the injury to the center has any effect here.
Yep. 2nd and 7. Hughes getting pressure. Steps away from it, turns upfield, and is knocked out of bounds into the fencing in the snow pile on the far side of the field. Coming up to make the play, big number 68, Josh Weber, also in there for Bellaire. I'm going to have to check the replay.
Mike Bannig, I think number 52 is one I thought had a pretty good rush on.
He had the good pressure,
yeah, he had the pressure and flushed Hughes out of the pocket. Here it is right here, and you can see how strong Hughes really is. He breaks the tackle right there. Now he's going to he decides he's going to run with the ball, and boom, takes a pretty good hit and still stays on.
Grant Allen along with Josh Weber making the tackle on the far side. Brings up 3rd and 5. You talk about the possessions, Coach. Bellaire got it twice in the first quarter. Mooney once and a half, and then they moved into the second quarter of play.
I'm wondering if something's wrong with Rich Mamie because he's out of there right now, and he's one of their best linebackers.
Patton, touchdown. No, he's going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
It's going to be close to the first down, and we're going to see where they mark it. It's either going to be 4th and very, very short. It's going to be 1st and goal. And I'm looking to see if Mamie is hurt.
He's on the field, Coach.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's number 35. He's about, I think, taking the 6. Yeah, there he is, number 35.
Yeah, okay. I thought he was out of the ball game, and I thought number 52 that was in there for a while was in to replace him. But
Banning checks out now, and Timberlake just checked back in. So Banning was in for Timberlake. He is back into the ball game, and big stand here, 4th and inches. Ball
inside the 5.
Inside the 5-yard line, and the big power offense of Cardinal Mooney lines up on 4th and inches. Ferri, handoff, he dives ahead for the first down. He'll have it at about the 2-yard line.
Okay, no secret to this offense. You know what they're going to do. A lot of that reverse pivot stuff. Everything revolves around putting the ball in the fullback's belly, and this belly option stuff is real effective for Mooney. They do a great job of it. Offense is very simple, nothing sophisticated. They don't make many mistakes. And more than anything else, they don't run sideline to sideline. They run right at you.
9:43. Second quarter play, scoreless ball game. Bill Phillips along with the coach Rich Mamie and George Kellis. 1st and goal inside the 3-yard line. Ferri, handoff, touchdown, Cardinal Mooney.
Okay, nobody touched him until he was about 2 yards into the end zone.
Power football, coach.
Here it is. They're in there toe-to-toe, good blocking over the right side. You can see number 33, who is the up back. That's John Scott leading and blocking right here. There it is. There he is right there coming up, putting a good block on one of the Bellaire defenders, and Ferri stays right behind him, takes it in for the first score.
Roboski on to attempt the extra point. And really that half of the field where the ball is right now, Coach, the better half of the field in terms of field condition. Spot down, kick up, and it is good. So a 7-0 lead for Cardinal Mooney at 9:31. The turnover results in a touchdown for Cardinal Mooney. 7-0. Mooney over Bellaire in the second quarter. We're back with more right after this.
Congratulations to the Bellaire Big Reds on an outstanding football season. Good luck.
Football game of the week, and one other thing, Coach, you have to think about. You don't want to give Mooney the short half of the field to have to drive on. They got the ball at about midfield, up the 45-yard line at Bellaire after Toner Barone's interception and the power offense. They made a big play, and I think the biggest couple of plays was when it was after the penalty that set them up with a 15-yarder to have to get the first down on 2 plays, and they got the job done.
They sure did, and that was a big emotional lift for them, and it was a key portion of the drive.
Roboski slips, but still gets a pretty good kickoff down to the 15-yard line. Marling takes the carry. He's out to the 30 before he is stopped, and Bellaire's offense will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Good coverage by the Mooney special teams, and also a nice return by number 20 for Bellaire, who is the deep back there. That's Timmy Marling, just a junior, so he'll be back next year. Showed a little bit of nice speed. So Bellaire in decent field position on the 30-yard line, moving from right to left. And the thing that Bellaire has to do is don't panic. You're only down by 1. Don't try to get it all in one play.
Davis backs the pass again. Looks downfield, has Taylor open, has the first down, steps out of the tackle. It's going to turn into a foot race. He's across the 40, 35, gets a block down to the 25-yard line and out of bounds. He'll officially spot him at the 26, but a big gain and no panic there, Coach. Davis just delivered it. Taylor found a soft spot in the zone and then turned it into a big play.
I tell you, went down about 10 to 12 yards and just ran a little curl in. Roth was coming out of the backfield running a flat route to widen that corner linebacker. And then once Taylor made the catch, he breaks the tackle, and then here's Roth out in front of him getting a block and enabling him to get the ball down almost to the 20-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from Mooney's 20, and I'll tell you, that was real important for Bellaire to come back and make a statement right away.
And Vecchione makes a tackle at the 26-yard line. There's an equipment timeout down on the field. Interesting, I thought by Taylor, he's about the midfield stripe, and he's headed down for the big game. Checks his mouthpiece. I don't know what he's thinking. Well, I'm going to hit somebody down here. I better make sure everything's ready to go for that. So he checks the mouthpiece and gets the big gain and the first down deep inside Cardinal Mooney territory at the 26-yard line. 9:13 to go. Second quarter play. 7-0 Cardinal Mooney. Handoff. Mamie behind the blocker. Steps up inside the 20-yard line down to about the 16, 17-yard line.
He's going to pick up about 4 or maybe closer to 5, Bill. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Just a power off tackle to the left side. A little fake by the fullback over the right side, and then the backside guard pulls right here, as you can see. Number 71 doing a good job. Tony Vingia pulling from his right tackle position, leading him. Got about 5, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Well, closer to 6 for Bellaire.
I originally thought it was the 26, Coach. I misspoke. It was a first down at the 21. Davis back to pass out of the shotgun. Across the middle for Mamie, and it's off his hand and into the official. And it goes incomplete. He was open, but just a little bit too high for the tailback.
Mamie coming out of the backfield from going in motion and just trying to find the crack in that zone. And right here you can see Davis releases the ball, but it's going to be a little high. Mamie is open coming down into that seam, and but the ball goes incomplete, so it's going to bring up third and about 6.
4-down territory.
Absolutely.
3rd and 6. Do you run here and try to... No, you're going to pass if you're Bellaire. We found out. Davis across the middle for Roth, and he bats it up, and it's incomplete. Had him open, he would have been close to first down yardage if he could have hung on, but it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th and 6 for Bellaire.
I tell you, that time they widened both of the inside linebackers by running curls on both sides, and those linebackers trying to get to those drops, and that opens up everything right in the middle right there. And as you can see, the ball is delivered and a little high to Roth. So they're going to go for it on 4th down. It's 4th and 6, and now somebody's going to call timeout, and it's going to be Mooney. And they're going to talk it over to see what they want to do here on 4th down defensively.
Well, the crowd comes to its feet. A big crowd on hand for this playoff game. And we're going to go down to the sideline. A man who always draws a crowd, especially when he's on the basketball court, George Kellis.
Fellas, Bellaire has been deadly in the red zone all year. I don't have statistics, but I would guess that when they are inside the opponent's 20-yard line, their success ratio has to be unbelievable. Of course, they got down to the 2-yard line on their opening drive and were turned away. And now here they are again driving, but facing a 4th down and 6. It's absolutely imperative that they capitalize on these opportunities. Otherwise, they're going to have their defense back out on the field trying to figure out a way to keep Mooney from going 60 and 70 yards in 10 minutes.
That's a good point, George, and it's going to be interesting to see what Bellaire is going to do here. I'm sure they're going to throw the ball 4th and 6. I wouldn't anticipate a run. They've been real successful last week getting the ball to Ben Taylor, and so far, they've spread it around pretty well to all of their receivers. Timberlake, Mamie coming out of the backfield, Roth coming out of the backfield, Kinder coming from the tight end. So we'll see if they try to hit one of these little curl patterns somewhere and see if they can get this first down.
4th and 6, Davis to pass, looks across the middle for Taylor, and it's knocked away, but here comes the flag. They're going to say the defensive back went through the receiver to get there. John Scott, number 33 on the coverage. He can't believe it. The Cardinal Mooney coaching staff can't either, but it's going to be a flag, and it'll be a first down for Bellaire.
Absolutely, and that's what they're going to call. They're going to call pass interference against John Scott, number 33, defensive back, and we'll see what we're see it here on the replay. And they are trying to run a curl right here, and it's hard to see from this side, but the thing is, if you're from behind, to see what he did with his left hand, if he had his hand on the back of his shirt, and we'll see right here the flag came in right away.
Yeah, he went through him.
Yeah, he
looked like he was on him with the left hand.
Yep. So it was not a bad call by the official.
And the official threw the flag in from the side.
Yeah.
He had a real good angle as to whether he had that hand on there. 8:24 to go. Fake the delay to Mamie into the end zone.
Touchdown, Kinder.
Dusty Kinder. Bellaire's on the board.
And I'll tell you, he really threw a dart that time, Bill. He really put some mustard on that baby. And Kinder, a big receiver, was able to use his body to shield the defender from the ball and made a big catch for the score.
Let's take a look at the replay here. Coach Davis, as you said, the dart at the goal line, and Dusty Kinder, one of the players that has impressed me most all season long. Big body, can catch the ball. But here, a big question for Bellaire. They have struggled with their kicking game all season long. This could come back to haunt them here in this playoff game.
They're lined up going for 2, and they've got 4 receivers over here.
Davis, pressure, and he's not going to get it off.
I'll tell you, number 40 came flying through there. That's Don Augustine, defensive lineman, came through for Mooney and took Jose Davis down before he was able to even cock that arm to make a throw to this side where they had 4 receivers. He's coming clean, and Jose has no chance whatsoever to read any of those receivers on that side.
If there's one weakness, and you talked about the 3 strengths you have to have, the kicking game has been a weakness all season long for Bellaire. They have struggled with it even in big wins, and right now it cost them a point, and they're behind by 1 to Mooney. 7-6 on the scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more. 8:17 to go in the first half. of the week, Mooney and Bellaire, 7-6. It was built up as a great ball game, a struggle of two different offenses against two solid defenses, and Coach, first half has lived up to that billing as a big game with two of the best teams in the state of Ohio.
I'll tell you, we've seen a lot of offense so far in this first half, and we still have 8 minutes left to go before the half is over. And so I'm sure that we're going to see some more fireworks before it's all over.
Picked off short and out of bounds, and when I say short, I mean short.
Yep, really short. That's on about the 31 or 32 yard line where it's gone out. If there's anything good about this kick, if Mooney decides to take the ball right here where it went out of bounds, is they're going to be right in the part of the field that is really in probably the worst shape, just inside the 30 and the 35 on their end of the field. So they're going to have the ball right there at the 35-yard line.
Why not make them kick it again?
Well, this is decent field position. Why take the chance of having a kick and mishandling the kick, in this kind of weather? You're probably not going to return it any further than the 35 anyway. So it's a good option to take it right there.
1st and 10 for Mooney. Hughes back to pass. Downfield, long, and it's going to be overthrown, almost intercepted. Sochor, the defensive back on the coverage, went through his hands, incomplete. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Again, they're running just a two-man pattern on that side. Number 80, Vecchione coming out from his tight end position, running a deep out pattern. And then Scott, the first back in that I formation, coming out a little flatter. And then just a fake to the fullback, and Hughes rolls to his left and tries to loft it out to Vecchione, the deep receiver. Goes incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Ferri, handoff, flag on the play. Mamie with the tackle. Gain of about 3 on the play, but a flag. We'll have to wait and see what it is.
That's thrown by the head linesman, so somebody had to be in a neutral zone, and we'll see who it is and see what the initial signal is by the referee. He's talking to the head linesman now. That's going to be against
motion penalty.
Mooney.
If you believe Dusty Kinder, he just scored a touchdown, and why not believe the kid that just scored a touchdown?
Why would he lie?
He says it's going to be a motion penalty, and he was correct.
And that's exactly what it is, and Belaire's going to take it, so it's going to be 2nd and 15 from about their own 30-yard line, and they've got to be real careful because they're in a part of the field, Bill, that is very, very precarious. A lot of mud right there. The footing is not real good. So I would anticipate that they're going to come straight at Bellaire here, and if they are going to run the option, I look for them maybe to run it to their side of the field.
There's the option to their side of the field, Coach, and Hughes is going to turn it up. He'll get about 6 on the play. Going to make it 3rd and 9, and as we walked the field earlier tonight, that sideline, the far sideline from where we're sitting, really in pretty good shape, and you're going to get your best footing there.
Right, and Hughes did a good job. He really wasn't sure. Right here you'll see the fake to Ferri, over tackle, a little belly fake, and now he's come down the line looking, and is not sure. And you always coach your kids on the option. If you're not sure, then you keep. If you're really not sure what you should do, you keep the ball, turn it upfield, and give it a chance. 3rd and 9 for Mooney, and this is not a down that they like to be in.
Hughes to throw the football. No one open. He's going to run it, put the shoulder down. Sochor comes up and makes the play. He'll be short of the first down by about 4, and Mooney will be forced to punt the football.
Mooney is not a real good, strong throwing team, as we can see. They're adequate at it. Here it is, right here, fake to the eye back, and then he's rolling to his left, looking for the same pattern, basically that they throw before, a short receiver and a little deeper receiver. And right there, Hughes decides to run, takes that field. He's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 4th and 3 at about their own 42-yard line.
7:08 to go in the first half of play. 7-6 Mooney on top, and the Cardinals will kick it away. And oh man, what a kick.
I tell you, he launched that one. What a rock.
Timberlake back to the 15-yard line. Catches and retrieves, and he will be taken down at the 15. Super kick by Cardinal Mooney, and Bellaire will take over 1st and 10. Ball officially spotted at the 14-yard line. Right now, 7-6 our score. How do we get to 7-6? Ferri, a 3-yard touchdown run. That came courtesy of a turnover Toner Barone with the INT. That led to the touchdown. Then Davis answers with a touchdown pass to Kinder. Extra point no good for Bellaire. 7-6 is where we stand with 6:50 to go in the quarter.
Number 36, Frank Guerreri, the punter. And I'll tell you, left-footed kicker, he really launched one that time. Great kick.
The Mamie stacked up in the backfield and taken down. And the jerseys for the Cardinals white. And the mud is making them almost impossible to read. Coach trying to get a number. Bob Price on the tackle. Big defensive lineman.
Big number 71. Defensive end came in clean off that split end side and was able to bring Mamie down before he got started. It's a loss of about 4, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 14.
Big is the key word. 6'5", 267, and Davis has it knocked down. Vecchione comes in, number 80, and knocks it down at the line of scrimmage, and he'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for Bellaire.
Looking to run that hook again, the curl pattern to the 2 receiver side over there, looking to go to number 2, Bobby Timberlake. But right there you can see good penetration, and Vecchione gets his hands up. He's right in Davis's face, knocks the ball away. Going to bring up 3rd and 14.
Taylor the far side, Timberlake near side for Bellaire. Davis to throw. Looks downfield, pumps, and it is knocked away and incomplete. Almost interception. I believe that was Price again. Had the ball come right at him, but it goes incomplete. Bellaire will have to pass the football. It looked like Davis wanted to go long to Timberlake, Coach.
I tell you, Timberlake was running a deep pattern, and Mamie came out of the backfield, ran a little flattened up pattern. I think he was trying to go to Mamie on the sideline, but that play just took a little bit too long to develop, and you just can't hang in there that long. And right there you can see he cocked and then had to recock again and just wasn't able to get it off.
Punt, end over end. Short kick takes a great Bellaire roll all the way down inside Mooney territory to the 46-yard line of Cardinal Mooney. Big bounce and a big break for Bellaire.
And number 45, the kicker, that's Eric Berardi. And good kick that time, got him out of trouble, so they're on their...
The Queen City as Peyton bounces into the secondary for 1st down.
I tell you, that's Paul Patton, the deep back in the eye, number 41. Both backs go over the right side, and then he comes over the left side. Good blocking by the left side of that Mooney offense, and gets him a 1st down over on the 42 or 43-yard line of Bellaire. So it's 1st and 10 for Mooney from that spot. And I'll tell you, it's real important for Bellaire to really suck it up right here and not to let Mooney score before the half. There's Ferri.
Ferri into the linebackers, and he leans ahead for about 4.5, 5 yards. He'll bring up 2nd down and about 6 for Cardinal Mooney.
I'll tell you, Ferri does a great job of running. Just watch him right here. You can see he makes a nice little cut to his right, and you know, everything was clogged up over the tackle, so he makes a nice, just a little lateral move to his right, and is able to find a seam, get it up for a 4-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 6, maybe a little bit closer to 7.
Scott Ferri and Patton in the backfield. Option Ferri, the carry, flag down on the play.
Little motion, I think, by Mooney prior to the snap. They just, everybody wasn't in sync that time, and I think the up back moved prior to the snap of the ball, so there's going to be a 5-yard procedure penalty or motion penalty against Mooney. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about maybe 11 or 12.
Timeout. Chiarelli checks in the ball game. Number 5, Bannock, number 52, will check out for Bellaire. Bellaire accepts the penalty. Motion call against Cardinal Mooney. Spot the ball back at the 44-yard line. Will bring up 2nd down and 12. 4:25 to go. 1st half of play. 7-6. Cardinal Mooney on top of the Bellaire Big Reds.
Number 40 for Mooney coming into the ball game brings the play in from the sideline. That's Don Augustine, the up back. And there's the option.
Hughes, he pitches it. Patton has to go off his hands and out of bounds. And Coach, you talked about it before. If you're not sure, don't make the pitch. That's not. Hughes got a little anxious, and he made the pitch.
I tell you, good defensive rush that time by, I think it's number 66, John Keller. Unless I'm reading the wrong number.
Coach.
Okay, that's
Josh
number
Weber.
68, Josh Weber. Big defensive tackle, was able to get some penetration. And
I'll tell you what, with the mud and everything else down there on those uniforms, It's tough to read those numbers.
I tell you, it's not so hard for Bellaire. You know, their numbers still stand out against you know, those black jerseys, but Mooney's numbers are really starting to get hard to read.
4:08. Hughes back to pass. Looking for Scott, who's running a streak downfield. He trips and falls, and that's a late flag.
A pass interference call that's going to be called by the back judge.
Coach, I think that's one of those ones you just want to let it go. A no call is a better call there. The feet got tangled. I don't really think there was interference. Right. Just Scott ran up the back of somebody and went down, and here comes the flag. We'll have to wait and see exactly what the call is.
Okay, here it is right here, and there's just great coverage. There's no way that you know, the ball can get in there. And here it is right there, and you know
they're both looking for the ball.
That's right. You know, that should be a no call right there. That should be a no call.
There was a call last night in the Lisbon Monroe Central game. Monroe Central caught a big break on a pass interference call. It should have been a no call. Same situation, just about a little bit different, but a no call would have been the better call in that situation.
And I think that would have been the better call right here too, Bill. But nevertheless, it's 15-yard penalty, first down for Mooney at about the 30-yard line of Bellaire. Big
break there. Hughes on the pitch. Patton to the outside, and a great tackle. Ben Taylor, number 2, comes up and drags him down at the 30-yard line. The clock continues to roll, 3:45.
I tell you, that's perfect defense, defensing the option. Benny Taylor coming from his free safety position. Here it is right there, the belly fake. Good penetration by Bellaire. There's the pitch, and here comes Taylor, number 2. Good open field tackle right there, holding it to no gain. Or maybe a gain of only a half yard, but that's excellent defense against the option by Bellaire.
Coach, you mentioned the penetration. Jason Myers, number 78, got through the line for Bellaire, for both teams, really doing a fantastic job so far. Timeout being called down on the field. Frantically, the Bellaire Big Reds call timeout. Thought they may have had too many men on the field. They counted up quickly. They had 11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have 11, but maybe they didn't have the right ones in there. And I think that's basically what they wanted. They were looking to go, I think, into a 4-3 defense.
All 11. Giving it the timeout. Say, hey, we don't have what we need out here. Let's get a timeout. So they get the timeout. John Magistro and his staff will talk to the Bellaire Big Reds. Ball at the 29-yard line, and we'll go down to George Mooney on another drive. George, what's going on?
This is a very important defensive stand for Bellaire, fellas. Their defense has been out there quite a bit in the first half. What you get concerned with, if Mooney scores here, then they get the ball to start the third quarter. They could have Bellaire's defense pretty well worn down and have Bellaire in a pretty big hole. They got to stop them right here.
We'll take a timeout, come back with more. 7-6, Mooney and Bellaire in the second quarter. 10-yard line, he'll get the first down. Ben Taylor comes up, and then Hughes gives him a little shove when he comes back into the field to play. But a big gain by Hughes, the quarterback, as he goes for first down yardage, Coach, inside the 10-yard line.
I tell you, he's looking to go deep down the middle of the field with the back coming out of the backfield, but there's nothing there. Good coverage by the defensive secondary, but he's able to break containment right here, shows some nice speed down the sideline, runs through a tackle right there, and then takes a big hit from Ben Taylor, but not before he gets a first down, and it's 1st and 10 from about the 10.5-yard line.
Ferri tries to cut back and slips down, had a hold to run through, and we've got a flag came in, I guess. It was a strange angle from where
it was. I thought it came out of the stand. I want to see what.
I don't know what that was.
I want to see what this is. I have to see.
Well, someone threw it out of the stands. Someone threw something out of the stands.
Well, I guess there was no flag because it's marked just right inside the 10-yard line.
Well, he threw it back into the snow pile. I don't know. Well, you've got people throwing flags on the field.
Well, nevertheless, it's going to be 2nd and just about 9 from right inside the 10-yard line of Bellaire.
Handoff. Hughes keeps it, cuts it up, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
No, there's a flag comes in, and I think we may have a holding call against Mooney.
Now a little talking going on down around the goal line between some of the linemen, and cooler heads will prevail as one of the Cardinal Mooney players stepped in and said, all right, fellas, let's keep it clean, but it's holding against Mooney.
So
that's costly.
A nice play by Hughes goes for naught. Great job of running the option. Saw a crack, took it up inside, but somebody was detected for holding in there, one of the interior linemen for Mooney. So they're going to move it back 10 from the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be outside the 15-yard line. Here it is right here. Good fake inside. And watch Hughes right here. Inside linebacker gets caught inside. Don't know where the free safety is right there, but coming a little bit too late. And nevertheless, doesn't make any difference because it's going to be second and about 17, I guess.
Officially on the board, they have it 16 yards to go for Cardinal Mooney. They lead it 7-6. Handoff. Patton trying to get to the outside. He is stopped after a short gain. Coming up, Roth in on the tackle along with Dusty Kinder.
Kinder did a good job from that defensive end of just hanging in there, making that bounce to the outside, and was able to make the tackle. Good inside-out pursuit by the linebackers as well. That time, Mooney pulled the backside guard to lead on that. You'll see it right here, number 60. But good penetration. Kinder did a good job of making that bounce to the outside. And then number 12 for Bellaire, Grant Allen, was there to make the initial hit. But a good job by Dusty Kinder that time from his defensive right end position. Third and about 13, closer to 14.
Clock moving, 1:25 to go on the half. Hughes to pass. Looks in the end zone, has a man open. Touchdown, Cardinal Mooney. No flags down on the play. And I believe
yes,
that's
there is a flag.
Oh, there is a flag.
There's a flag laying on about the 15-yard line. And they're going to call holding again against Mooney.
Wow.
So that's the second touchdown that's going to be called back. That time they drag the tight end from right to left across the field. They send the left end down and deep through the safety, and they drag the right end across the field, and he was wide open.
Rob Zabel, the receiver, number 42. You can barely read his number. Hughes back to pass, and it's Zabel, number 42, that makes the catch. And coach with those yellow pants and everything. I didn't see the flag, but it comes back.
And I'll tell you, Coach Bucci over there is very, very upset. He was really in the face of one of the officials. And I don't know if I think they threw a flag on him for unsportsmanlike conduct. So it's going to be another 15-yard penalty on top of that.
He's going to get kicked out of the game if he's not careful. He's going to call timeout, and he wants to talk to the head referee. He wants to talk to the man with the white hat, and it's not because he's the good guy. If you're a Cardinal Mooney fan, he is hot. He's out on the field, and he wants to talk now. And I'm telling you, Coach, if he's not careful, he's going to get an early exit.
He sure is, and he's calling the official over, and the official is going to come over and talk to him. He did take a timeout.
Official's all lit up his hands. But, Coach, I'm going to get to you. Just hold on a second. I got some other stuff to take care of.
But I tell you, that really has hurt Cardinal Mooney, this second penalty, right? Of course, the first one, is going to hurt because that's the second touchdown that they've scored and has been brought back because of a penalty just on this drive.
Well, one of the things that George brought up about the high school playoffs last night in the Monroe Central Lisbon game is that you can't worry, sometimes you worry about, well, what are the officials like that we're going to get? Are they going to all be from one area? Are they going to be closer to one town than the other town? Well, in the playoffs, they're from all over the place. So that's not a factor. And but I'll tell you what, if you're a Cardinal Mooney fan right now, and if you're their head coach, you're a little upset, and you think, well, maybe these guys are off from Bellaire.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, sometimes, when you have local officials, you can work those guys a little bit from the sideline.
Not in the playoffs.
No, but not in the playoffs. These guys are from everywhere. They're from, they're from Parma. They're from Lima. They're, from all different parts of the state. Toledo, Cleveland. You don't know where these guys are going to be from. So, you can't work these guys that well. So you might as well just let them go ahead and work the game and call the game, and you do the best that you possibly can. I'll tell you right now, Bill, Mooney is in a situation where they have 3rd and 39.
This is a question. Do we have a 3rd and 39 play in the playbook?
Well, I'll tell you, they may have a 3rd and 15 play in their playbook, but
3rd and 39 is a bunch.
Yeah. I tell you, this is unusual. They're spread out. They have wide receivers both ways. These guys don't even know how to get down into a stand.
Hughes back to pass, and he's going to be sacked, almost picked off. I thought they might have called him down. He was in control of the Bellaire lineman, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass, and it'll go 4th and 39. And I'll tell you what, Myers and Weber, a great job, 68 and 78, getting in and causing all kinds of pressure against Mike Hughes.
And I'll tell you, this is not a straight drop back passing team. And, those guys are not good pass blockers. And because they probably don't work on it that much, but right there is 78 and 68, as you called it, Bill. Myers and Weber were right in his space, and the ball falls incomplete, so it's 4th and 39.
Timberlake back to receive the punt. Good kick, another great kick, and it's a high hanger and taken at the 10-yard line and down there. 1:06 to go in the first half of play. Bellaire will take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. 1:06 to go. And, Coach, I can't read the number on that player. It looks like number 3 for Bellaire.
Sochor.
He took the fair catch, downed it, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 10 for Bellaire. With 1:06, Coach, I'm thinking they'll keep it on the ground and run some clock.
I don't think so. They'll probably put it up.
Handoff inside. Mamie dances into the secondary, out across the 25-yard line, dives ahead. Now maybe you take a timeout. 1 minute to go. You're away from the goal line. You want to put the ball up.
Well, they've stopped the clock to enable the sideline people to move the chains. And Bellaire's up on the line, ready to go ahead.
Davis back to pass. Good protection. Looks for Taylor. Has him. Another first down. Clock will stop as they move the chains. Taylor with the reception at his knees. And just inside, or just over the 35-yard line, about the 37. And they'll move the chains. 1st and 10 with 51 seconds to go in the half. 2-minute offense is in. Well, it seems like they run a 2-minute offense all game long, though.
Really? Yeah, they do. I'll tell you, that curl pattern has been there all night. They just haven't been able to stop it. Taylor's been open so often on this thing.
Davis to throw again. Looks to the outside for Roth. Knocked away. Vecchione comes up and makes the play. Gives Roth a little shove after the play. Roth talks with Vecchione. They talk back and forth.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, nice tackle. Thanks a lot. You know, how you doing?
See you later in the game."
Yeah, see you. Meet you at McDonald's after the game."
Pass to the outside off his hands, and Vecchione actually got there a little bit late.
Yep.
Roth just let it slip through his hands.
But it does stop the clock, though, Bill, so it's 2nd and 10. There's still 43 seconds left to go in the game.
C.J. Zerfoss splits to the far side. Davis to throw again. Looks to the middle. Roth, all kinds of running room. Have the first down across the 50 down to about the 47. Bellaire moving.
Their timeouts.
35 seconds to go, and they will use one of their timeouts.
Here it is on a replay. Those inside linebackers are widening, and that opens up everything right down the middle, and Roth makes a good catch right here. Ball delivered right in between the 3 and the 0, and Roth just runs upfield, gets as much as he can. So the ball is on Mooney's side of the 50 right now, 1st and 10 from about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line.
Toner Barone making the tackle on the play. Had an interception earlier. Demon Marini grinding with that. I was just about to get to it, but
Toner Barone, his interception set up Mooney's only score so far in this ball game. They had a nice sustained drive after the interception, went down and scored, took the point. And Bellaire came back on the next possession, and on the first play, a great run and a great catch and run by
Roth.
Yeah, was it Roth or Taylor? I thought it was Taylor. Number 2 made a nice catch.
He made the catch, and yeah, it was Taylor. Okay.
Right.
All right. Yep.
Okay, it's 1st and 10, Bill. 35 seconds left to go, and
Mamie in motion.
3 receivers over there.
Mamie in motion. Look for Davis. Look that way. It goes back across the middle for Taylor, and he lays out. He can't get to it. Had a step on the defensive back, Vecchione, but it will go incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10 with 31 seconds to go. Clock stops. Kinder heads back, and I'll tell you what, Coach, Dusty Kinder came up dusty out of the old sawdust pile down there on the field.
Old ground up corn cobs, not sawdust. The old corn cobs is what they got down there to try to absorb all that water and mud down there.
Get the face full of it.
Kinder was wide open. I'll tell you, he came down the middle of the field from that trip side, and just the ball overthrown slightly by Davis. Same formation.
Mamie goes in motion. Davis back to pass. Looks outside for Mamie. Great catch, and he gets out of bounds, stopping the clock. About a 5-yard gain. 25 seconds to go. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6. But a nice catch by Mamie on the sideline. Coach, at least it's not the... what do they have down on Laidley Field? The state championship was the frozen field. They just put the salt, road salt down,
salt,
which didn't make any sense. I mean, I would take the ground up corn cob or the sawdust over the salt down on the field.
Well, you know, not only that, but you know, then that creates some problems for the kids that are playing in that. You know, should they get into a cut or anything like that, can be, you know, very, very painful and could cause some serious bacterial infection.
Well, outside, Amarante at the 30 spins down to the 21-yard line for a first down. Bellaire wants to get up. Davis trying to get everyone up to the line of scrimmage. It would probably ground the football with about 17 seconds to go. The clock is stopped for the chains to move. He may call a play, has time to while the chains move up the field.
It does. Get right, get down, get ready, guys. Let's go.
Might as well run a play here.
Hurry up, hurry up.
He's going to ground it, I think.
Yes, he does.
Grounds the ball. And it stops the clock. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. But a big play there by Amarante as he catches at the 30 and spins down to about the 21.
A lot of time to throw. Good blocking by that offensive line. Ball delivered well. Just, again, that turn in. And Amarante does a good job of moving to the inside, avoids the tackle, and is able to get some additional yardage. And all they're doing is, Bill, is they're running the receiver flat, and then they're taking a wide receiver, pushing him off to about 12 to 15 yards and curling him up, and that thing is wide open. And as soon as those inside linebackers start getting more width to try to get underneath that, that's when Roth is coming out of the backfield. They're dumping it, you know, right over the center and enabling him to gain some positive yards. So they have a nice series of plays going right here.
13 seconds to go. Do you start putting the ball? You're at the 21-yard line. Do you put the ball in the end zone here with 13 seconds to go on these next few plays?
Well, I'll tell you, they've got time enough for maybe 2 plays, Bill. So, you know, I don't know how many timeouts they have left. This may have been their last one. I'm really not sure. I think it may have been. This may be their last one.
This will be the third. They took the one defensively and then the one on this drive. So this is it for their timeouts.
Yes, I really believe that they either have to go into the end zone or they have to work the sideline to where they can get the ball complete and step out of bounds to stop the clock.
Or if they got the first down, they would stop the clock and maybe able to spike it. But you want to take your cracks at the end zone here if you're Bellaire Big Reds fan, as it's 7-6. Mooney on top, Taylor to the far side, Timberlake near side.
I'll tell you, Taylor has an awful lot of room on the post pattern here.
Scott's already retreating. Take a look. Davis to the outside for Mamie. Makes the catch. Tries to get the... and he just tattooed the fence.
My Lord, did he run into that fence over there. And I think he may be stuck in that fence.
Don't worry about
that happen before.
Don't worry about him being stuck. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, my, I tell you, he really ran into that thing.
And he hit it face mask first. Coach, those leather helmets that they used to have, that wouldn't have been a good situation.
Well, I'll tell you. Here it is right here. This is a great throw. They're trying to utilize the sideline. They're throwing to the back, coming out of the backfield. Mamie gets it, moves upfield. Watch this. Boom.
Ooh. Check your chicklets. Mercy.
Okay. That'll loosen up your sinuses.
1st and 10, 7 seconds to go. Davis back to pass. Into the end zone for Taylor, and it is short and picked off. Cardinal Mooney comes up with the interception as Davis is picked off in the end zone. Taylor, the intended receiver, and Ferri, the linebacker coach, climbs the ladder and pulls it down.
I tell you, just a great play by Ferri, number 44. Trying to throw a little fade pattern right here to Taylor. Looks like he had position on the defender, but the ball was thrown a little bit short. We'll see it right here. If this ball is thrown a little bit deeper, Taylor's got a shot at it. But a great defensive play by Ferri to take it away from Taylor for the interception in the end zone. 1 second left on the clock. The ball at the 20, and I'm sure that Hughes will take a knee right here.
Cardinal Mooney splits a couple. Zabel just doesn't look good in a 3-point setter. That's not Zabel, that's Scott, as Ferri gets the carry. He's in the secondary, gets a block, and he's off to the races right now across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 39-yard line. He'll just keep on running all the way into the locker room. But a big play at the end of the half. Cardinal Mooney on top, 7-6. And down on the field, we have the officials calling. I don't know what they're calling. But John Magistro, the head coach of Bellaire, is down with George Kellis. George?
John, one hell of a first half. They're players are taunting your fans. I guess this is going to be a pretty emotional second half.
Yes, I think it is. I think they're doing a lot of motion. It looks like it's Canadian Football League here, and the officials are finally starting to call some holding. We heard nothing but bad things on their conduct, and they're showing it today. But I think our kids now are ready to play some football the second half.
All right, John, thank you. I guarantee you that of the two teams out here, and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, Bellaire will show more class, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, George. Coach, this one getting a little interesting at halftime. Cardinal Mooney 7, Bellaire 6. We'll be back with the Battle of the Bands right after this. Bellaire, great first half. 7-6, the Cardinals on top of the Big Reds. Down on the field, it's the Bellaire Marching Band halftime show. Take timeout. The Bellaire Big Reds Marching Band, sponsored by CA House Music, the Battle of the Bands. We're going to take timeout. Our score at halftime with about 11 minutes to go. 7-6 before we get back in the second half. George Kellis down on the sidelines, and coach, first half, an outstanding ball game, a lot of excitement. Sure. Back and forth offense, and a total offensive performance by both teams, 436 yards of total offense.
And only two touchdowns scored. And watch that's really something. So they've been moving the ball in between the 20s, and but haven't been able to put it in.
Says something for the defense when the back's against the wall. An onside kick to start, and Mooney will get great field position at about midfield.
I tell you, that was a real surprise. And I'm not so sure whether that was an onside kick or not. Bomer is normally the kicker, and I always thought he was a straight-on kicker. That time it was a little soccer style. And let's take a look at it right here. Yeah, that is an onside kick because he kicked the top of it, hoping to get that big bounce, but it never did pop back up there. And Mooney recovered it at about the 48-yard line, so they're in great shape right here at the beginning of the second half.
Hand off, Ferri to the outside. At the 45-40, still on his feet, 30 and knocked out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. It looks like Taylor comes over and forces him out of bounds at the 28, number 2 Taylor. Ferri on a nice run. And, Coach, I'm still trying to figure out the onside kick to start the half.
Well, I tell you, regardless of whether you're figuring out or not, it's nevertheless Mooney's ball at the 48. And this is Ferri on just a little handoff over the right side. He cuts it back to the left and gets some real good yardage down to about the 30-yard line of Bellaire. And Bellaire's in trouble right here, right at the beginning of the second half, 1st and 10.
Can I keep this? You gave me the jacket. It'll keep me nice and warm.
Temporarily. Hey, when the boss wants to sit down, you move your coat.
Oh, WTOV9 General Manager Tim McCoy is joining us up here in the booth, and Coach Walensky just moved his jacket all the way across, and it was a blackout there for a second. He had his Edison Wildcat jacket, the black and silver, and all of a sudden I couldn't see anything. But, so we moved that over, and movement on the line. As we move the jacket, Mooney moves on the line, and they get a 5-yard penalty.
It seems like every time they get down, close to Bellaire's goal, they start, making mistakes, as was evidenced in the first half, Bill, when they had, 1st and 10 just right outside the 10-yard line of Bellaire, and they ended up 3rd and 39.
Ferri on that first carry of the half, he tacks on some more yardage to 12 carries for 80 yards in the first half of play. Patton jumps ahead, breaks through a tackler, and stays on his feet down close to the 25-yard line. Nice game from Patton as he has about 2nd down and about 7 for Mooney. Patton in the first half, Coach, a pretty good performance.
Just some poor tackling right here by Bellaire. They've got shots at him, but trying to arm tackle, you're not going to arm tackle a back like Ferri or Patton. They do such a great job of running with the football. So, Bellaire's going to have to do a much better job of tackling, and I'm wondering whether that size of Mooney is starting to take its effect on Bellaire.
Ferri bounces off of one tackler. He won't get away from the second, and he'll lose about a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and long for Mooney. George?
Well, when you get into the playoffs, fellas, the kicking game becomes so important. The difference in this game right now is an extra point that Mooney was able to convert. Bellaire missed a 2-point conversion opportunity. But the Big Reds have been saddled with bad field position because Mooney has an excellent punter and an excellent place kicker. So that could be a factor. Has the absence of a solid kicking game caught up with Bellaire? We'll have to wait and see.
Bellaire brings out another defensive back in. They were in a 4-5, and they bring out a defensive back.
Patton will be short on 3rd down, Coach. They'll be short by about 3.
They're down in 4-down territory, Bill, so they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't think that they'll attempt to kick the field goal from here being up by 1. So it's going to be 4th and about 2. And there it is, Patton over the right side, and good job right there of finding the seam and being able to move it up for some positive yardage before Bellaire is able to react to that. Play made by number 51, Bobby Sechrest, defensive left end.
The Mooney fans stand as they get ready for a big 4th and 2. And Bellaire fans get to their feet. 4th and 2 for Mooney. First possession, second half, and Bellaire jump. They say Mooney jump, handoff. Patton, Ferri on his feet into the secondary. Touchdown, Cardinal Mooney.
Ferri takes it in. Oh, I'll tell you, a great run by Ferri. He broke a couple tackles, once he got past the line of scrimmage, and then just exploded into the end zone. We're going to see it on a replay, just a fullback over the right side. Here it is right here, and he finds the crack. Again, as always, cuts back away from the direction he's going, and right there goes by number 12. That's Grant Allen, the left cornerback.
Nice block here by the official. Takes out 2 Bellaire Big Reds, gives them a little room to run, and Ferri was off to the races.
And I'll tell you, the Bellaire kids were pointing to one of the offensive linemen and were more concerned about him moving them than defending the play, and was able to take it in, and there is a flag this time.
Flag
by the head linesman.
Roboski banks it off of the garage behind the stands right next to the scoreboard. We'll have to wait and see what the penalty is. I imagine it's a motion penalty against Mooney. 13-6 our score, 9:01 to go. And Coach, the questionable onside kick at the beginning of the half really gives Mooney great field position at midfield, and they take advantage of it.
They sure did take advantage of it. Now, tried to pick up the signal by the referee. He showed offside, but he didn't point in any direction. So I don't know whether that's against Mooney or whether it's against Bellaire.
You kick it if it's offside against Bellaire and they move it up. Do you kick it or you go for a 2-point conversion and go up 9?
Well, I tell you, if they could go up 9, it would be a big, it would be a big thing. But they're motioning over there to decline the penalty and take the kick.
9:01 to go, 13-6.
It's a dead ball foul against Bellaire, so we're going to they're going to go for 2. There was no option there, so they had to accept the penalty because it was a dead ball violation. Evidently, someone from Bellaire was lined up in the neutral zone. So they're going to go for 2 from the 1.5-yard line. It's a half the distance penalty, and see if they give it to Ferri again over the right side.
Hughes, handoff, Ferri dives in. 2-point conversion is good, and Mooney goes up 9.
Well, that's a big 2-point conversion too, Bill, because regardless of what Bellaire does on their next score, and I'm pretty confident that they are going to score, and they go for 2. The best that they can do would be to get within 1, so that's a big 2-point conversion. That means that Bellaire is going to have to score at least twice in order to overtake Mooney at this point.
Strange beginning to the second half of play. If you're a Bellaire Big Reds fan, you start with an onside kick that Mooney recovers, and then they score after that. Mooney on top, 15-6. We're back with more of the third quarter right after this. Week Mooney 15, Bellaire 6. Mooney 2 touchdowns from Ferri, a 3-yard run earlier in the first half. Then Davis hit Kinder to make it 7-6, and then Ferri scores, and then a 2-point conversion. And George, Bellaire's got their backs against the wall.
First time this year, Bill, that they have been in this situation in the second half and trailing somebody, and they have not played an opponent of this caliber, obviously, even though they played some very good football teams, and the kicking game did hurt them. They kicked off to start the second half, and Mooney got it at their own 48-yard line. They had to go 52 yards.
Bellaire gets good field position on the kickoff. They'll get it at the 37-yard line, and Coach, that's going to be a question down the road depending on the outcome of this game. Even if you win or lose, I think you have to talk to the head coach and say, Coach, the onside kick at the beginning of the half, what happened?
Well, it's not really a bad strategy, Bill. Try to catch them off guard, but the ball was not well placed, and as it turned out, it didn't turn out the way that they wanted it to.
And Davis back to pass, getting some pressure, steps away, ball slips out of his hand, it's loose on the ground, and it is recovered by Bellaire and Jose Davis. And as his arm came forward,
see if they call this as a fumble or a incomplete pass.
I think they called it as a fumble, Coach.
Jeez.
Good thing Davis was alert and got on top of the football.
There he is right here. He's got plenty of time. They're trying to run that curl pattern again, and this time the linebackers get underneath it pretty good. And right there, that's an incomplete pass.
Or are they saying that it popped out before the arm started forward?
I don't know. To me, that's an incomplete pass. You see that happen in... I haven't seen that happen since Terry Bradshaw played for the Steelers. And
that was a while ago, Coach.
Yeah. Okay, Bellaire.
Play action pass again. Davis looking down the sideline for Kinder at midfield, and it's off his fingertips. And he actually, Coach, if he kept running, it looked like he leaped to the ball. If he kept running, maybe he makes the catch. We have a flag down back at the line of scrimmage.
We're going to see what it is. The umpire and the referee are conferring right there. Mamie is pointing that it's against Mooney.
Well, I just noticed down on the field at about the 30-yard line, Ferri from Youngstown Cardinal Mooney, he's limping around pretty good. He was trying to stretch out a calf, so he may be cramping up on this cold night.
Still, he hasn't been off the field. He plays defense. He's, their top running back. That's pass interference against, illegal use of the hands against Mooney. But getting back to Ferri, he's one of their linebackers on defense. He does a great job of running the football. He's on the special teams. He's on the kickoff coverage team. So he doesn't come off the field. So he's a very, very valuable player to Mooney.
Let's take a look at it again.
It is right here. I don't know if we're going to see the holding by Mooney or not. But there's the throw, and well, I'll tell you, Davis laid it right in there and right off the fingertips of Kinder.
2nd down and 11. 7:54 to go, 3rd quarter. Play action pass again for Davis, and again the ball slips out of his hand, and again they don't call it an incomplete pass, they call it a fumble, and now you have to wonder how bad that bandage is affecting Davis. He's got the broken knuckle on the pinky, coach, and having problems here in the 2nd half, holding on to the football.
Well, I'll tell you, that's the 2nd time in a row that that's happened. Now he's gone back to throw the ball, and as his arm comes forward, the ball just pops right out of his hand. Here we'll see it right here, and maybe he's just not able to grip the ball very well with that broken pinky.
3rd and long. Handoff, Mamie. And he's stopped after a short gain on the play. Coming up quickly, number 78,
Andy Vingia.
And Bellaire will have to punt the football away. Again, Coach, Bellaire hurt severely in terms of field position with that incomplete pass or fumble being called a fumble by the officials.
Sure was. And I tell you, to me, that's still an incomplete pass.
I agree with you. Good snap, kick away, low end-over-end kick. It'll bounce, take a Bellaire roll down to about the 42-yard line of Cardinal Mooney. So Cardinal Mooney will take over 1st and 10 there with 6:37 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. 15-6 our score. Mooney on top, and they have good field position again to start their 2nd possession of the 3rd quarter.
And I'll tell you, that Bellaire defense has been on the field an awful lot in this ball game. This is only the 3rd quarter, but we're not halfway through this quarter yet, Bill, and this is already the 2nd possession for Cardinal Mooney. They took their 1st possession, went down and scored, and now of course they have their 2nd possession in good field position at their own 42-yard line. Same formation, double tight end.
Handoff, Patton straight ahead, stacked up line of scrimmage. He goes for a short gain, maybe a couple on the play. And as I look down on the sideline of Bellaire, Coach, I'm looking for Jose Davis, see if he's over at one of the heaters, warming up that hand, but he's on the headset, and no one taking a look at his hand or the pinky to see what the problem is. But George down on the sideline, maybe he can get some word to see what the problem is with Davis holding on to the football. But he's on the headset, no one taking a look at that hand, so I would imagine just slipped out of his hand twice now.
Yeah, evidently that's what's happened. 2nd and about 8.
Ferri in the backfield, stop. Banning came in, number 52, and then cleaning up on the play, Josh Weber. Banning comes in, makes the stop, and Ferri down, and we talked about it. He's limping around, looks like he's trying to work out a calf muscle injury, maybe a cramp, but he is down at the 40-yard line. And
that's what it is. He is trying to work out a cramp, or holding up his toe on his right leg, and that's exactly what it is. It is a cramp.
That would be a big loss for them as he is over 100 yards on the game now, a couple of touchdowns.
You know, when number 52 for Bellaire, Banning is in the lineup, Bill, they're playing with 5 linebackers, 4 down linemen, 5 linebackers, and only 2 defensive backs, and they're usually playing that on 1st and 2nd down. We're coming up now on 3rd and long, 3rd and 9. And Bellaire now will probably bring another defensive back into the game, so they'll be in their normal 4-4 with a 3-deep secondary. But when Banning is in there, number 52, they're usually in a situation where they're playing with 5 linebackers and they're putting 9 people within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. They're just trying to stop that run as much as they possibly can.
3. Cardinal Mooney, medical attendants, taking a look at Ferri down on the field, all trying to help him work out that cramp. Right now we're going to go on to George Kellis. George, what's up with the hand of Jose Davis as I see you standing down next to him?
Well, there's a lot of clay and other materials that they put on this football field to keep it as dry as possible. The ball is just slipping out of his hands. His hands, it's tough to grip the ball. And, you know, the ball gets that kind of muddy film on it, and that's really the problem. It's not a physical problem.
Is there any reason why well, I'll wait until George gets his earpiece in. George, I hope you can hear me. Is there any reason why Ty Massiarelli is warming up behind you with Amirante? Is it to keep the receiver loose, or is it to get Massiarelli maybe a hand injury ready to go into the game?
Well, Let me find out.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot. We'll put you on the spot as the old hound dog trying to find out what's up with that.
All right. Let me ask the guy himself. Are you just loosening up, Ty, or did they tell you to loosen up?
He told me to throw.
He told him to throw. He's been told by his coaches to get loose, so you never know what might happen here. For one reason or another, they might throw a relief pitcher out there. Maybe Jose is not sound and not saying anything about it.
All righty, George, we're going to take a timeout while they continue to attend to Reno Ferri, the fine running back from Cardinal Mooney. We'll take a timeout. Our score on the scoreboard with 5:52 to go in the third quarter, 15-6. Mooney on top of Bellaire. We're back right after this. Welcome back to the WTOV 9 High School Football Game of the Week. Mike Hughes, the quarterback for Cardinal Mooney, close to first down yardage. Good hit coming up defensively for the Bellaire Big Reds.
Bobby Roth, I think, was the tackler over there, or Mamie.
I think it was Roth, Coach, as he pulls a chunk of turf out of his face mask. Hughes gets knocked out of bounds just short of the first down, and that bench area very close to the fencing on that side of the field, and went into a pile of his teammates, but he's okay and headed back to the huddle. 4th down and 1, ball at about midfield. I'd kick it away
for it. That's what I would do. So we'll see what Coach Bucci decides to do right here.
I've got to punt the ball. You're up 9. Punt the ball. Make Bellaire go the length of the field. Your defense seems to be in control of their offense, at least in the second half.
Sure.
I'd punt the football.
You know, you're up by 9. Why take the chance of giving them decent field position in midfield? But I'll tell you, Bill, they're going for it. Bellaire has to watch here to make sure that they don't get drawn offside with a long count. So you know, they've got to just be patient and disciplined. And now there's a 5-yard penalty against Mooney for a delay of game. Now you have to punt the ball.
And the coaching staff doesn't agree. What they're saying is he was forced out of bounds. We should have been given the time to get everybody back onto the field before they started the clock. The officials started the clock, and that's where the delay of game is.
Well, I tell you, when the referee signals ready for play, then you have 25 seconds to put the ball into play, and they did not put it into play, so they penalized 5 yards. They've got to kick the ball away.
Cardinal Mooney right now 15-6 on top. 5:07 to go third quarter, and they will kick the football away. Low end over end kick, bounces down. Sochor with the return at the 20, 25, looks to cut back, still on his feet out across the 27-yard line, and that's where Bellaire will take over. 1st and 10.
I tell you, great coverage by the special teams from Mooney. They came down, everybody was in their lanes, they had everything covered. There was no room for anybody to make any cuts as far as the receiver was concerned to receive the kick. So it's good coverage. The kick wasn't a real good kick. It was fielded cleanly by Bellaire, but they're in business now on about their own 26-yard line. 1st and 10. We'll see if Davis is able to hold on to the ball a little bit better this series.
Play action pass. Davis will look to throw it right away. Goes to the outside. Kinder has it. Spins back inside. He's across the 40, 45-yard line. Puts the head down and dives out to the 49. And Kinder looks like he may be shaken up on the play. And he is hurting. Took a couple of pretty good pops, Coach, and he is down right in front of his own bench.
Well, I tell you, Mooney converged on him. He was hit by about 3 guys, and then one came in, after he was starting to go down. So, I can imagine there's Davis, got a lot of time to throw. Good protection by that offensive line. Throwing the flat out to Kinder here, coming from his tight end position. Makes a nice move to the inside right here. Has a little bit of room to run. Now watch how many people are going to converge on him. 1, 2, 3, boom, and then this one comes in.
We just need people to...
He is down on the field right in front of his bench. They will take a look at him, and Vecchione, who came in to try and make the play on the initial catch, didn't break down at all. Fundamentally got away from himself, and Kinder able to spin back inside and pick up some big yardage out to about midfield. So good play by Dusty Kinder, who's had a nice ball game.
I tell you, he's a real gifted athlete, Bill. He's not only a football player, he's an athlete. He has great eye-hand coordination. He doesn't have great speed, but he's able to, to make some moves after he catches the ball. And right there it showed it. And we just, sincerely hope that there isn't anything seriously wrong with Dusty, because he is an excellent player.
And he is up and limping off a little bit, and it looks like they took a look at his left knee. They pulled the pants up a little bit. He was 4 catches for 36 yards in the first half, and he had the touchdown catch from Jose Davis. That made it a 7-6 ball game. Right now 15-6. Mooney on top. Davis and Bellaire driving. He dumps it across the middle of Bobby Roth. He's down close to the 35-yard line of Mooney. Roth with 4 catches for 49 yards in the first half. There's another one as he's down to the 35, and another big first down, Coach.
And again, those inside linebackers getting a lot of width, trying to get underneath those curls. They're starting to take those curls away from Bellaire, but you know, when that happens, then Roth is going to be open coming across the middle.
Davis to throw it again.
He has
steps room to run. He's across the 30, heads to the sideline, the 25, and steps out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
And he's going to be close to a first down, not quite. But he, well, I think he did get it too, Bill. Yes, I agree. They may want to bring it over for a measurement. Here's the look right here. Good blocking again by that offensive line of Bellaire, and he's able to find a crack. And Mooney is sending 4 linemen, trying to rush with 4 and drop 4 linebackers back and play a 3-deep zone. And you know, once they get some of those 4 linemen spread out a little bit, those defensive linemen and those linebackers getting those deep drops, it does give him some room to run.
Well, Dusty Kinder, as I look down on the field, he is back in the ball game as they bring the chains across.
There's a good shot right here, and we'll see if they have the first down. It's a great shot by our field cameraman.
That is a first down. Glenn Hetherington coming up with the outstanding angle. We'll find out if we got the first down, and Bellaire gets the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 26-yard line of Cardinal Mooney. And Coach, best field in terms of condition right here within the next 25 yards. But this is where Bellaire has broken down a number of times so far tonight.
That's right. They had their first possession, Bill. They moved down, and then Davis was sacked on 2 different occasions.
Davis, Taylor, catch, first down inside the 10. It's 1st and goal to go from about the 7-yard line for the Bellaire Big Reds.
And that's that little turn-in pattern again. They're you know, just putting a lot of pressure on those defensive cornerbacks. They're sending 1 receiver wide and then 1 receiver coming inside, and really is putting you know, those defenders into a big bind.
Bellaire goes with a no-huddle attack. Davis to throw again. Looks outside quickly. Kinder at the 3-yard line. Dives to the goal line. Short by about a yard. Able to grab it, pull it back in as he coughed it up for a split moment, but then pulls it back in. He's down to about the 2.
I tell you, he's hurting, Bill. He's really limping on that left leg, but made a valiant effort. Here it is right here. He's just running a flat route from his tight end position. Almost gets it in right here. He's reaching for the goal line. Just a little bit short. They're on about the 1-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Davis, play action, rolling, has some room to run. He'll run it, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Bellaire.
Okay, he showed a little bit of speed right there, Bill, something that we haven't seen a lot from Jose this year. You know, but he did show a little burst of speed as he was able to break the containment right there and take it in for the score. And that's a big score, but even more important, what's coming up is a big 2-point conversion. Here it is right here. He's sprinting out to his left, doesn't see anything open, and right here makes a nice little move to the inside and is able to take it in for the score. Here it is from field level.
Right now we're going to go down to George. George, it looks like Bellaire's going to kick.
Well, for most of this game, until this drive, Bellaire was using rubber footballs. On this drive, they went back to the leather football, drove for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good right down the middle.
Nothing wrong with that kick.
Nothing wrong
did a good
at all.
job, just right down the middle, a straight-on kicker, and he nailed it. It's 15-13 now, and they're within 2.
3:09 to go, 3rd quarter. 2-point ball game. Cardinal Mooney on top by 2. Bellaire drives the length of the field, and they come up with the touchdown. Jose Davis rolling in from 2 yards out. He passed for 1, and now he has rushed for 1, and it's 15-13 after the extra point.
Bill, the pressure now goes back on Bellaire's defense. They haven't been, you know, real successful in keeping Mooney from 3 and out. But I'll tell you, the pressure is really on the defense now to do exactly that.
Some interesting plays that lead to change of possessions. The last time Mooney had the ball, they wanted to go for it on 4th and 1. They got the motion penalty, forcing the punt it away. Bellaire drives it down the field and gets the touchdown. You don't know how things would have changed if they would have gotten that play off and possibly picked up the first down.
The interesting thing that I want to see in this defensive possession is if Dusty Kinder goes in on defense. He's a very, very good defensive end for Bellaire in their 4-4 defense. And being that he's got that bum knee right now on the left leg, it'll be interesting to see if he's going to go in defensively.
Well, George Callis has pulled out a Bellaire Big Reds flag, and he is whipping the crowd into a frenzy as the kickoff is more of a chip shot down to about the 34-yard line. Recovered there by Mooney. They'll take over 1st and 10 from about their own 37-yard line. Big defensive stand here, Coach. At the end of the 3rd quarter for Bellaire, they could use the stop.
I tell you, they need to get a 3 and an out or a turnover, and you know, that's one of the things that Mooney hasn't done yet. They haven't turned the ball over, I don't believe, in this ball game. Their offense is a relatively low-risk offense unless they're running the option, and we haven't seen the option at all here in the first half. They've been real successful just running right at Bellaire. There's those 5 linebackers in there for Bellaire right now. Number 52, Sechrest, right inside.
Patton straight ahead. He'll go for a couple of yards, maybe 3. Call it 2nd down and 7.
Kinder is in the ball game. Number 10 is in there playing his regular defensive right end position. But you'll see number 52, Bill, that's
Bannock.
Mike Bannock, yeah, playing right in the middle of this defense. So they're in a regular 4-4 defense, and then they bring Bannock in, and he just plays as a middle linebacker. And there you'll see him right there, right in between number 68 and 78, the 2 big defensive tackles for Bellaire, Myers, and Weber.
Credit Mamie with the last tackle. 2nd down and about 8. Hughes on the option with Patton. The pitch had some running room, stumbled, and dives ahead close to 1st down yardage before he is forced out of bounds. We'll bring up 3rd and short, and those are the situations that the Mooney coaching staff likes to be in on 3rd down.
Sochor on the stop here. Here's the option. Hughes does get the corner, makes the pitch right here, but good defense by Sochor and is able to get to the ball carrier before he makes the 1st down. But it does bring up a 3rd and a very, very short 1 yard for Mooney.
Clock stopped at 2:04 in the 3rd quarter. 2-point lead for Mooney, looking for the 1st down here at about midfield. Ferri, I don't think he got it. Did the ball come loose? They're going to mark him down. The ball did indeed come loose, but they are going to spot him down. And, Coach, I think he's short. They may want to measure.
Maybe where he's spotting the ball, they lost a little bit, Bill, so it's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Well, last time they were in this
There it is right here. Good penetration right there. I can't see who the number is, but I'm going to assume that
51, Sechrest.
Okay, number 51, Brian Sechrest from his defensive left end, coming hard to the inside and then taking that away. It's going to bring up 4th and 1.
Mooney's going again. They were in the same situation. They wanted to go for it. They had the penalty, moved them back. They're going to go for it again.
And I tell you, there's 11 people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, and there's another flag
on the play. And right now, Mooney having problems with their 4th down plays.
Illegal procedure against Mooney. Deja vu.
Really is. Now they're going to have to punt the football. And I'm still curious as to why you're going to go for it. And if you don't make it, give the ball to Bellaire inside your own 50-yard line.
And, you know, evidently what Coach Bucci is very, very concerned about is giving the ball back to Bellaire. I think he wants to try to keep the ball as long as he can. He has a great deal of confidence in his offense, especially that offensive line to where they can get 1 yard. Wow.
Great kick.
Great kick.
That's the 3rd or 4th great kick tonight. Timberlake takes it at about the 12-yard line, cuts it to 15, out across the 19 to about the 20-yard line, and that's where Bellaire will take over 1st and 10 with 55 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play.
And Frank Guerrieri, what a kick. I'll tell you, this kid is really an excellent punter. He really launched the rock at that time. A left-footed kicker, and he really got everything into it.
What year is he, Coach?
Number 36, Bill, is the senior.
Might want to just kind of...
I'll tell you, look at the size on him. 5'10", 201 pounds.
They want to channel surf. Might pick him up at a big-time college punting. He's got a big leg. Davis to the outside. Has Kinder at the 22. Steps through a tackler. Dives across the 20. Still on his feet.
Wow.
And out across the 33. Great run by Kinder. And a great play by Davis not to panic and get it to the receiver on the outside.
I'll tell you, Kinder was open right away. As soon as he came off the line of scrimmage, he was open. He was putting up his hand. There was a little bit of pressure put on Davis. He was able to get the ball off as he was moving backwards. Kinder comes back. Now watch the effort right here. One tackler right there. There's two tacklers, three tacklers. He's still on his feet, getting as much as he can. Great effort.
Hand off to Mamie. He's across the 35. Gain of about 2. Call it 2nd and 8. And Davis, after one half of play, Coach, he was 13 of 26 for 185 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 INTs, about 100 yards short of a very important milestone individually. With about 283 yards passing tonight, he'd go over the 6,000-yard career mark for passing in his career. Davis back to pass again to the outside. Nice. He's got Mamie. He goes up the ladder and pulls it down for a first down at the 45.
I tell you, Mamie has such great hands. I've seen him, just a couple of times this year. I saw him against Edison High School, then against Martins Ferry, and now tonight. And I've seen him make that catch so very, very often. He's just an excellent thrower, or an excellent receiver. Really concentrates on the ball. That's going to come bring an end to the third quarter, and we're going into the fourth quarter, Bill. Here it is right here. Great concentration going up for the football by Rich Mamie. Good defender, good ball carrier, and an excellent receiver coming out of the backfield.
It's been an outstanding football game. 15-13 through 3 quarters of play. Mooney on top. We come back with a fantastic finish right after this. Game of the week. We're about ready for the fourth quarter of play. 15-13. Mooney on top of Bellaire. George Kellis, the coach, Rich Walensky, Bill Phillips are along for the ride as we bring you another exciting game of the week right here on WTOV 9. Outstanding football weekend. Yeah, right now we've got an outstanding game as Kinder hauls it in. He'll be close to first down yardage. Depends on where they give him the forward progress. He had it when he caught it. He should have the first down, but they're going to mark it back about 3 yards. That's a terrible call.
That is a terrible call. Now the other official is marking it up here.
This is teamwork. This is where you want the teamwork, and it works.
Well, he's still got his spot right over here. I don't know if he's going to give him that or not, Bill. Yes, they are. They are going to give him his forward progress.
He said he's vehemently saying that he gets spotted behind the 30, 45
my, that's a terrible call.
That's a terrible call. Oh, that's a bad call.
Oh, yes, it is.
He caught it, had both feet down, and then he got shoved backwards about 3 yards. Wow.
Okay, they've got a potential trips over there to the right-hand side. There's Mamie out of the backfield.
Steps up in the pocket. Davis will run. Has the first down. Still on his feet. He's going to slide down.
Smart move.
At about the 32-yard line. Picks up the first. And it'll be 1st and 10 about the 32-yard line for the Bellaire Big Reds.
I tell you, that's the second time Jose has been able to step up into the pocket and find room to run. Here it is right here. Good blocking again by that offensive line of Bellaire. And there you can see they have everybody turned out. And now Jose finds a little crack. Take it up in here. Instead of taking the hit, he's going to just slide down there. First down inside the 35-yard line of Mooney. Again, they've got potential trips here. They got 3 quick receivers to this side.
Davis to throw again. Hits his man, and there had to be interference against Timberlake.
Absolutely.
Ferri had him wrapped up. I was wondering, I'm thinking, the ball's coming right at him, and it hits him right in the face mask. You got to put a hand up there, Coach.
Well, he can't put a hand up when you got a defender.
Well, there
both
you go.
of them down.
There's a look at
there
him.
It is right
him wrapped up like a Christmas present. It was an early one. Put a big bow on him, and he's ready to go as he kisses it right off the old face mask. Thank you very much. That is a penalty and a good call by the officials. Flags came in a little bit late, and if they hadn't, I think the entire Bellaire stands would come out on the field with one big giant flag, wrapped up the officials and sent them home.
Well, I'll tell you, the field judge is the official on this side of the field, and he's got that flag buried in his pocket so deep it took him a little bit of time to find it.
He's having a tough series. Tough possession.
Yeah, this is a nice drive by Bellaire.
Davis to throw again. Roth, the defender, slipped down. Marone slipped down at about the 1-yard line, and it gave Roth all kinds of cushion, about 15 yards to catch and run, and it's a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
I tell you, what a nice drive the Bellaire's putting together here. Here it is right here. Again, those linebackers getting underneath the curl, and then Davis finds Roth wide open right in the middle of the field. Tries to make a little move right here, and it's going to be held short of the goal line. But Bellaire has it 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line, and they're in real good shape right now. And let's see if they can punch it in and take the lead.
Coach just informed by the sports doctor, John Simonson, of course, of the playoff launch with George Kellis and Sports Friday. We have been informed that Jose Davis has indeed gone over 283 yards for the game, so that puts him over 6,000 yards passing for a career, and that is probably something that he's not even concerned about, Coach. He wants to win tonight. That's the most important thing. And, of course, coming up Monday night at 11:30, the high school football playoff watch will continue with the sports doctor, John Simonson, and George Kellis. They'll talk about all of the playoff teams still alive from the OVAC, different matchups, and what the word is on those games. That's Monday night at 11:30, the high school football playoff watch with George Kellis and John Simonson.
What Bellaire has usually done down here when they're this close to the goal line is that they like to sprint Jose Davis out one way or the other. He's been real successful with it so far, and we'll see if they come with that again. They've got a power formation over this way. Mamie moves into the I-back position. Little
Davis
fake right
rolls,
here.
looks to the corner, has a man. Timberlake, touchdown, Bellaire.
I tell you, they moved Mamie from his regular halfback position into the I-back position that they are usually not in. They gave him a little fake over the right-hand side and just gave Timberlake enough time to run a little corner pattern. The fake held everybody inside. Here it is right here. Davis moves to his right and is going to throw a strike to Timberlake in the corner of the end zone. And there you can see he's wide open as he beat number 33, John Scott, the defensive back on that side. Now Bellaire going for two.
Davis in the end zone. They've got it. Two-point conversion is good for the Bellaire Big Reds. And they have gone on top by a score of 21-15. That's big. It's a 6-point lead. We go down to George Kellis. George is in the middle of celebrating the Bellaire touchdown and two-point conversion. He is geared up. Let's take a look at it.
Here's the two-point conversion, and a real nice pattern run right there by number 26 for Bellaire, C.J. Zerfoss. He was one of the wideouts. They waited until everybody cleared, and then he just came underneath all of that. They ran Mamie out of the backfield on a flat route, and then Zerfoss just came underneath him and the other receiver, the inside receiver, and was able to get wide open inside, and Davis delivered a strike. And that's a big two-point conversion, now 21-15. And now that, again, the pressure falls back on that Bellaire defense. The important thing right here, Bill, is to get a decent kick from the kickoff team. They can't afford to give Mooney, real great field position. If they can hold him on the other side of the 35, on Mooney's 35, they'll be in relatively good shape. But this is, as you pointed out earlier and wisely, that this is the one factor or the one part of Bellaire's football team that is not real strong, and if there is a weakness, it's in the kicking game.
Kickoff, best one of the night. End over end kick, driving Mooney back
to the 10.
Barone drops it, picked up at the 10-yard line and out to about the 20-yard line. Number 16 for Mooney. Chuck Zolino, he is out to about the 21-yard line. That's where Mooney will take over first and 10. 11-16 to go, 21-15 our score. It's a 6-point lead for Bellaire, and that's why the two-point conversion is so big, Coach, because a touchdown doesn't beat you. Now it has to be a touchdown and at least a 1-point conversion to come up with a win for Mooney. But a lot of time left, 11 minutes to go. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. George Kellis has been sedated. We'll try and join him later in the game, but we're going to have to wait.
He's not going to take his jacket and shirt off, is he?
I hope not.
Oh, I hope not either.
Ferri on the handoff, looking to get to the corner. Rich Mamie,
defensive play by Rich Mamie. And I'll tell you, that knee injury that Kinder had earlier in the ball game seems to have miraculously disappeared. I tell you, there's so much adrenaline pumping out there. We talked about the opening kickoff of the second half when Bomer, had the onside kick and it wasn't real successful. Now he responds. He really gets a decent kick down to the 10-yard line. It puts Mooney back in, in real poor field position on their own 20. So it's 2nd and 10 after a good defensive play by Rich Mamie and Dusty Kinder.
Play action. Hughes rolls far side.
He's got some room
good
to run.
Coverage. He's going to have to tuck it and run. He'll spin out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain. We'll call it 3rd and 5 for Mooney, and all of a sudden those passing lanes and running lanes, when he rolls out, are being covered by Bellaire, as everyone just is shifting their entire coverage that way, Coach.
The one thing that they haven't done, Bill, and they haven't gone back to, is the score that they had that was taken away from them on that one series when they had so many holding penalties and then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Coach Bucci. But, you know, they ran the tight end across. They rolled out, ran the tight end across from the other way, send the one tight end deep down the middle and dragged him underneath. They have never come back to that, and that was a good pattern for them because they did score. And let's see if they utilize it here. It's 3rd and about 7.
Ferri into the secondary, first down. He is their go-to guy. He's their big-time player. He's out across the 35, gets the first down. He is, for lack of a better term, Coach, their stud, the guy that's going to get the job done for him down the road.
Here it is right here, just a handoff to the second back in that eye, and finds a crease right there between the tackle and the end. The inside linebacker got picked off and didn't make any cuts like he normally did. It was just a straight-ahead play. Great blocking by the offensive line from Mooney, Ortenzio, Kuboff, DeMarco, Patocia, and Price.
9:35 to go. Handoff. Patton in the backfield. He slipped as he got to the line of scrimmage. But we'll go to the sideline. George Kellis. You okay, George?
I'm getting a little bit antsy down here, Bill, but I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is unbelievable. There's nothing like the Ohio Valley games. But I got to say something. Ohio Valley teams have had very poor luck so far in the postseason with regard to turnovers. Catholic Central turned the ball over 4 times against Lisbon, did not get a turnover. This team is out here in the mud. They haven't dropped the ball on the ground. They are due to do just that.
I'd hate to see George pensive.
There it is right there. They did do it.
George is antsy. I don't know if that word actually describes what George is right now.
Well, George is getting a little emotional. Yeah, just a little psychopathic, maybe a better term. There's a procedure penalty against Mooney, and they're shooting themselves in the foot again. It's going to be a 2nd and 15. Here it is right here, and you can see everybody's moving except the ball. And center's a little bit slow getting the ball up, and the ball is kicked away, but it's a dead ball foul, so no fumble on the play.
So far tonight, if I'm Youngstown Mooney Cardinal Mooney, I'm going to give it to 3. It's 4th quarter. Bellaire's had a tough time stopping him. I'm going to run my big game.
I tell you, Hughes and Ferri have been the big gainers for these guys so far. There's the fake, and then Hughes, good play. Number 12 over there, Grant Allen, the right outside linebacker, does a great job of playing off of that option and is able to get to the pitchman, or I'm sorry, to the quarterback after a short gain of about 3. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Here it is right here, fake to the fullback. Good job right here. He's able to string it out until there's no room. And as long as they can keep that option running to the sideline, they're in good shape. But if they create a crease to where Hughes can turn it up, they could be in big trouble. Then that's when it becomes the free safety's responsibility to come up and take that on.
3rd and 12 for Mooney at their own 34-yard line. Hughes back to pass. Good coverage down the middle, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off, and picking it off, Timberlake, the man who just scored a touchdown for the Bellaire Big Reds. He intercepts at about the 44-yard line.
That time Hughes was going for Vecchio, number 80, running across the middle, and the ball is badly overthrown here, as you can see. Here's Hughes dropping back, standing in the pocket looking for his receivers, and now he throws the ball down, and you can see that it is badly overthrown. And Timberlake does a good job being a receiver, concentrating on the ball, and is able to make the interception.
Mamie in motion, 1st and 10 from the 44. Davis steps up and away from pressure. It's foot race. He's going to slide at about the 46-yard line. It's a face full of turf at about the 47. They'll spot him at the 46. Gain of about 3, Coach. 2nd down and 7. It looks like Bellaire has strictly gone away from the run, and they're just going to go with the pass.
Well, I tell you, they do a great job of controlling the ball with the pass. They have an excellent short passing game. And right here, you know, when they go into that motion into trips over there with Mamie, what they'll do is Mooney will make a shift with their inside linebacker. Number 40 will move from an inside linebacker to a defensive end, and he'll generally come, and he generally comes unblocked.
Well, right when I say they're strictly going to the pass, they give it to the tailback, Mamie. He drops the ball. scramble for it, but Bellaire has recovered. It'll be 3rd down and long. And something that George Kellis talked about last night on Sports Friday was the fact that Mooney wanted to get to Davis and continually pound him throughout the game. They haven't been able to do it, and that's been a big factor because Jose hasn't taken the beating I think Mooney wanted to give him and get him softened up for the end of the game.
Yeah, they haven't really got to him very, very often, and you know, that's a credit to that offensive line from Bellaire. They've done an excellent job of protecting their quarterback, but here they are in a 3rd and a long situation.
Davis across the middle and it's batted down. Who's the man that bats it down? Ferri.
And I'll tell you, they had number 2, Benny Taylor, wide open running a curl pattern, and had that ball not been deflected, it would have been a 1st down. I don't know whether we're going to see Taylor or not as the open receiver, but here it is. The ball is delivered, and there is the deflection right there, but you can see that Taylor is wide open. That's him on his knees to the left of the screen and running that curl pattern. Too many men on the field for Bellaire, so they're going to have to call timeout. Number 3 was out on the field. That's Sochor, and he came running off.
So Bellaire takes the timeout. 7:04 to go. 21-15 lead for the Bellaire Big Reds. Cardinal Mooney has just come up with a big defensive stop. They're looking to get a good field position off of this punt. But Bellaire so far, when they've kicked, Coach, they haven't gotten outstanding long kicks, but when they hit, they roll.
That's right. They've had good rolls off of that.
Well, Sports Sunday coming up. There have been some outstanding high school football games this weekend, some big college football games. Ohio State Buckeyes win again. So a lot to talk about on News 9 Sports Sunday with George Kellis. Find out what's going on with their high school football teams. College football, pro football, big game tomorrow afternoon for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They have a 2-game lead in the AFC Central. And where can you find that game, Coach? Give you one guess. Channel 9, WTOV9. You'll find the big sporting events. That's the Steelers and Cincinnati at 1 o'clock. NFL on NBC, NFL on WTOV9, and it starts at 12 o'clock with George Kellis and News 9 Sports Sunday, and then your NFL action. Hughes back to return the kick. He stands at about the 26-yard line. Kick off the side of the foot, and it will go out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. Got another good roll. Looked like it would go out at about 30. The bounce and the roll has it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's where Cardinal Mooney will take over, trailing by 6 with 6:56 to go in the ballgame.
I tell you, that's not a bad kick. Even though it was off the side of his foot, it was stayed in bounds long enough to roll dead on about the 25-yard line. So Mooney's 75 yards away from tying and very possibly going ahead. And again, the pressure falls on that Bellaire defense, and they've been up to the challenge most of the ball game, especially here in the second half. After that first drive that Mooney had at the beginning of the second half, when they took a 15 to 6 lead.
Two teams trying to get to the state semifinals. Mooney has been there 8 times. Bellaire has never reached the state semifinals. Ferri on the handoff goes for about 6, 2nd down and 4. Good line surge again by that big offensive line of Youngstown Mooney.
But there's that 9-man front again by Bellaire on 1st down, and I'm sure they'll stay in it here on 2nd down. There's Ferri. He's able to make a cutback, and he has done that consistently. Starts right, cuts left, starts left, cuts back to his right. Not a big cut like you normally see out of a regular tailback, because he's a fullback. Just a little step to the side, and is able to find a crease in there and able to gain positive yardage every time he carries the ball. 2nd and 5.
Patton. Now it's Ferri deeper in the backfield, Coach. Ferri, and he is short of the 1st down by about a yard. Patton out of the game at this moment, and it was Ferri carrying number 44. They put him all the way back at the tailback spot.
Well, they certainly want to utilize his ability to run with the football, because he has good quickness, good low center of gravity. He's a hard runner, and he's always falling forward. So he's doing a great job in there, whether he's running from the fullback position or the tailback position, as you pointed out.
Out earlier in the game with a cramp to the right calf, but he's back in, and now Patton is back in at the tailback spot. Ferri moves up to the fullback position. He gets the carry, and he's across the 40, spins down about the 42. And it looks like Sochor came up with a stop, number 3. Dusty Kinder was also back there. But Ferri on the carry gets the 1st down across the 40-yard line. Clock moving, 5:31 as it stops now momentarily for the change. But now it goes again inside of 5.5 minutes to play in this one. It's been an outstanding ball game, very entertaining. 21-15 our score as Banning's out on the field, and he's being called over to the sideline.
They're in their normal defense now. 4 linemen, 4 linebackers, and a 3 deep.
Handoff, Ferri. Nothing doing this time as he is stacked up. Roth in there along with
Kinder,
Myers, Weber, Kinder.
Short gain of about a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9, Bill. And you know, sometimes, you know, you wonder, you know, why can't we stop? You know, why can't they stop there? You know, they're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, fullback off tackle, fullback off tackle, fullback off tackle. But they do it so well. And regardless of the front that you give them, they know exactly who to block and how to block, and that's why they're so successful running that play and getting positive yardage most of the time. 2nd and 9.
Handoff. Ferri across midfield. He'll be short of the first down by about 2 yards, but I'll tell you what, Coach, we talked about Ferri a little bit earlier. I said I'd give it to the big guy and let him run. He's your bread and butter guy. That's what you called him. And right now they're just lining it up. They're putting everybody up on the line of scrimmage. They're going, here's our guy, and we're going to give it to him. And he's doing the job right now, and it brings up 3rd and short.
Number 52 for Bellaire checks back into the ballgame. That's Mike Banning. So they're going to be in that 4-5 alignment now, where they just be in a regular, normal 4-4 defense and use Banning as a middle linebacker, giving them 5 linebackers and 2 defensive backs. 3rd and short yardage.
Option, Ferri gets the handoff, and he will be extremely close to the first down. I think he has it from the spot on the field. I think he got it by about a half a yard, Coach.
I think you're right, too, Bill. And that time they just ran, you know, Ferri off the left side. The off tackle was all clogged up. He bounced it to the outside and was able to get enough yardage for the first down. So Mooney will maintain possession here. It's 1st and 10 from about the 47-yard line of Bellaire. 3:37 left to go.
I think this is the drive. The way Mooney plays, they take a lot of time off the clock when they go on long drives. I think Bellaire gets a stop here. This could be the drive for the game.
This is a big, big drive for Mooney and a big, big challenge for Bellaire right here to stop this drive.
And option, Hughes keeps into the secondary, and he's across the 40-yard line down to about the 39. It'll bring up 2nd and short, 2nd and about 2.5, 3 yards.
I tell you, Bellaire's defense has to respond right here. They've been on the field an awful long time, and I'll tell you, those guys look tired right now. Here it is right here. It's a fake to Ferri off the left side, and then Hughes keeps, and good play right there by Sochor, but that's too many yards on first down. Brings up 2nd and 4 for Mooney, and let's look and see if they give it to Ferri over the right side. No, Ferri over the left side.
Handoff, left side, first down to the 35-yard line. I'll tell you what, Coach, a big crowd on hand, and it brings out the stars. Don Sloan, the Nacho Man, down at about the 34, and who's next to him? Jim Forbes, making an appearance down on the sideline, about the 36-yard line at the end of the Bellaire bench. He doesn't know we're talking about him, but Jim here, nonetheless. The paparazzi probably outside the stadium waiting for Jim Forbes after the game.
Plus, the general manager is
There's the look at the Nacho. There's Jim Forbes. Keeping warm down on the sideline. Mooney keeping warm with a ground game here late in the 4th quarter. Hughes on the option around the corner, close to first down yardage into the fence and into the snow pile, and he'll be about a yard short of the first down, Coach.
But more importantly, he gets out of bounds and stops the clock with 2:17 left to go in the game, and right now they're on the 26-yard line of Bellaire, and Bellaire in a very precarious position right now. Because I'm sure that Mooney is going to milk this clock as much as they possibly can and not give score and not give a whole lot of time to Davis to win this ball game.
If Mooney can get in, they have a very solid kicking game.
They do.
They have a 6-point lead to overcome. 2nd and short. Ferri, he'll get the first down and a couple more. Down inside the 25-yard line to about the 24.
You know, you got to give Ferri a lot of credit, Bill. You know, we talked about him earlier. He's on the field all the time. He plays defense. He's on the coverage teams. You know, he's been carrying the bulk of the offense for Mooney, and he's still running as hard right now as he did at the beginning of the ball game.
No matter which way this one comes out, one of the best football games of the 1995 season. 1:58 to go. Hughes back to pass, looks into the end zone, and it's knocked away at the last moment.
Wow, what a play by Sochor. Was able to knock it away. They were going for Vecchione. They went for the whole ball of wax that time into the end zone. Hughes a fake to Ferri over the right side, and they send their tight end from the left side right down the middle of the field. But Sochor played very, very well, and watch the effort right here as he gets a hand on the ball and just knocks it away. You can see Vecchione has a step or two on him, but a good athletic move by Vecchione to knock the ball away.
If he doesn't get a hand on it, that's 6.
That's 6.
I'll tell you what, when Bellaire is back is against the wall, you put your best players out there. Jose Davis into the secondary now as it's the option. Pitch, Patton, the ball's loose and it's out of bounds.
Wow. You know, Woody Hayes used to call this option it's a fumble game, and you know, we've seen it how many times, Bill? We saw it about 2 or 3 times in the first half where the pitch was fumbled, and here we see it again in a key situation. Brings up a 3rd and 10. Hughes running the option to the left, makes the pitch. The pitch is badly mishandled, goes out of bounds. They lose yardage. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Pass or Ferri?
I tell you, they're in 4-down territory. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go to Ferri.
3rd and 10.
Waggle.
Hughes.
He's got room to run.
Has a man open and a nice catch at about the 12-yard line.
Well, I'd like to see that again. I'm not so sure whether that didn't bounce in there. That was Ferri coming out of the backfield.
I couldn't even read his numbers. Jersey's so muddy, Coach.
There it is, number 44.
Ferri with the catch. We may want to take a look. Some questioning whether or not it was a catch or not.
Well, regardless of who questions it, that's a catch. That's a good catch. Good right catch. There. But it brings up a...
Fourth and 1. Fourth and 1 for
Dean
Mooney.
Dean.
We just lost
Dean.
I can't hear him. I
don't know. Dean.
We couldn't hear each other. We thought something was up, so we called out.
We were calling for help.
We were. Mooney looking for help. They need a first down. 4th and short. Handoff Ferri, and he will have the first down at about the 10-yard line as he gets it by about 1.5 yards. You know, when you get in trouble, you call for Mom. Well, when the director's in charge, he's Mom for the night. This is Dean Marini, who called when we were in a little bit of a panic.
Well, we heard it click and then nothing. Everything went dead.
Well, we are back, and so is the ball game. And right now, Mooney trying to get back on top. 1:11 to go. Clock moving inside of 1:10. 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line. Option. Hughes and Patton. Pitch to Patton that goes out of bounds. That may have been a forward pitch. And they're going to call...
They call it a forward pass.
Incomplete.
I tell you, he doesn't know the difference between a forward pass and a forward lateral.
He may have been across the line of scrimmage. If he's going to call out a pass, he may have to throw a flag on that.
Well, here it is right here.
Well, that's real close.
Wow, I tell you, I would think that would be a forward lateral.
I would think so, too.
If you see where the line of scrimmage is, it's on about the 12-yard line. Well, that's not at the 12-yard line. He was at the 10 when he made the
pitch. If he's going to call that a pass, that should have been a penalty for an illegal forward pass.
Illegal forward pass, absolutely.
Well, they're going to put it back in play. 2nd down and 10. Mooney gets a big break there. Ferri, handoff up the middle to about the 5-yard line. They can get a first down, Coach, at about the 1.5.
Well, I tell you, I don't know how many timeouts they have, but Coach Bucci better start thinking about using him. He's down to about 45 seconds.
If George Kellis was antsy about 10 minutes ago, he's got to be on pins and needles now.
I tell you, it's 3rd and about 6 from about the 7.
Clock rolling, 35 seconds to go. Inside of 35. Bellaire up by 6, 21-15. Hughes, he keeps, has a blocker out in front, looking to run, gets around the corner, and he'll be close to first down yardage and out of bounds.
He's got 22 seconds, Bill, and he stopped the clock, and he's on about the 2-yard line. I don't think he got the first down, but at this point, I don't think it really makes a whole heck of a lot of difference. I'll tell you, where they're spotting the ball, it's going to be real close. He's going to be short by about maybe a half a yard, or even less than that, maybe a half a foot.
Well, from the signal down on the sideline. It looks like someone's saying about the length of the football, and the officials are going to call timeout. They're going to measure it, find out exactly where they need to put it. Let's take a look at the replay, Coach.
There's a little waggle action, backside guard pulling, and I'll tell you, Hughes has the corner made. He's got...
They gave him the first down, Coach. They measured, and he got the first down.
I'll tell you, good tackle right there by number 12. That's Grant Allen, the outside linebacker. Bellaire is going to call a timeout right here.
Patrick Donaldson, number 60, the escort for Hughes. John Magistro shaking his head. So now basically, from inside the 2-yard line, Mooney's going to get 4 cracks at the end zone. 22 seconds to go. Don't know if they can get 4 plays off in 22 seconds, but they've gotten an opportunity. They've worked the clock masterfully on this drive all the way down where Bellaire is not going to get a shot to go for it back if Mooney can get in. But a lot to be said here for the Bellaire defense if they can stop.
And I'll tell you, when Mooney gets this close, it's really, really tough. We're going to go down to George Callis on the sideline. George, take it away.
Fellas, I'm going to tell you an amazing story. In 1986, we had the best chance we've ever had of getting a Belmont County team into the state finals. St. Clairsville led Kenston 21-15 in the waning moments. Kenston scored to win 22-21. It was the most heartbreaking loss I've ever experienced.
I'll tell you, George, if that happens here, this will be probably the most heartbreaking loss that we've all experienced.
First and goal from inside the 2. 22 seconds to go. Bellaire on top, 21-15. Ferri on the handoff. Touchdown, Cardinal Mooney.
Well, I tell you, Bill, that's been our bread and butter play all night. That fullback off the left side, and they just came right back to it. Nothing fancy. Nothing spectacular. Just the second man and that stacked eye over the left side. Here it is right here. Okay, it looked like they had him at about the 1. It looked like Kinder had him, but he broke through that tackle and was able to get it into the end zone for the score. And this kick is real, real big right here. Robofsky on the attempt for the point.
Spot down, kick up, and it is no good. He hits it. No good.
Oh, wow.
Bellaire has life.
Bobby Timberlake, he is pointing to the heavens, thanking his maker that Robofsky hooks it to the left.
It looks like George is emotionally spent down there, George. You all right?
Munble, I just can't take it, fellas. I'm getting too old for this.
Well,
I cannot take it.
With 18 seconds to go, it is 21-21. And it looks like we're staring overtime right in the face as Mooney drives all the way down the field, and the loneliest man and unhappiest man on the field is standing by himself at the 40-yard line. Robofsky hooks it and pulls it just a little bit. Tried to kick it maybe a little too hard, Coach, and just pulled it. And he missed it, and your heart goes out to him. But if you're a Bellaire Big Reds fan, you are so happy that he tried a little bit too hard.
That's right. And
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you fellas hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, George.
You remember 2 years ago against Ursuline, they had a chance to win the game at the end of regulation.
Overtime.
Missed the field goal, then missed the extra point in overtime.
Correct.
Ain't this something? This is the extra point.
18 seconds to go in the ball game. 21-21. Bellaire will get a few more plays.
Line drive kick by Robofsky.
Timmy Marlin fields it at the 20. He's headed towards the sideline, stops at about the 27-yard line. So Bellaire with 14 seconds will get a couple of opportunities to maybe hang one down the sideline. But I'll tell you what, Mooney just has the wind taken right out of their sails on that extra point.
I tell you, in a position to win the whole thing, a masterful drive, starting from their own, 25-yard line or so, and go 75 yards, eat up all but 22 seconds on the clock, and then see the extra points hooked to the left. And right there, Bellaire will settle for an overtime period. And The way this will work, Bill, is that there will be a flip of the coin, and there will be a 3-minute intermission here. There will be a flip of the coin, and then the winner of the coin will decide whether they want to take the ball or go on defense, and the other team will decide at what end of the field they're going to play.
Well, while they decide all of that, we'll take the timeout. Mooney, Bellaire. And welcome back to the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Great weekend for high school football on WTOV9. Coach, the playoffs. Monroe Central and Lisbon in our Game of the Week on Friday night. Fantastic finish in that one. Well, it's been topped by this one tonight. Mooney and Bellaire. Mooney drives all the way down the field. Take up about 4.5 minutes to do it. They drive all the way down the field, tied at 21. Roboski, great kicker, hooks it, and we are headed to overtime. George, I'll tell you what, a lot of respect earned on both sides of the ball. At the end of the game, before we get in this overtime session, everyone was shaking hands saying, hey, that was one heck of 4 quarters of football game.
Two great football teams, Bill. This now becomes one of the 4 most dramatic games in Ohio Valley history. Big Reds win in the '84 state championship in overtime. Catholic Central in '93 won in overtime. Big Reds lost in double overtime in 1988 to Akron Buchel, and now this.
Well, this is a great play on first down. Mooney kept it on the ground, as you would think, and when you take a look at it, Coach Hughes on the option 8-3.
And I'll tell you, Kinder does a good job right here of playing the quarterback. Goes in for about a 2-yard loss, going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Now overtime, you get the ball at the 20-yard line, can pick up the first at the 10, and you go back and forth until someone scores more than the other.
And there's a flag, and I think this is going to be a procedure penalty against Mooney. There it is. So it's going to move him back another 5, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 17. Number 5 coming out for Bellaire, that's Ty Masciarelli, normally a defensive back, and who they put in, number 4, Jose Davis. Put him in the secondary.
Don't want to take anything away from Ty or any of the other secondary players for the Bellaire Big Reds, but you want to have, in this situation, your best athletes on the field. And Jose Davis, one of the best, if not the best, and he is out playing defense right now. And when you're trying to get to the state semifinals, you pull out all the stops.
Absolutely.
2nd and long. Ferri on the carry. Almost steps through a tackle and heads into the secondary, but he stopped at the bottom of the pile for Bellaire, who had a hold of Ferri's legs.
There's 2 defenders
Dusty
there.
Kinder.
I tell you, also
Bobby Roth.
Yeah,
Bobby Roth.
Also number 51 in there too. Brian Sechrest doing a good job. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 13. They can get a first down, but they need to get to the 10 or inside the 10.
Play action. A waggle. Hughes looking to throw. Now he's looking to run. Has a blocker. Puts the shoulder down, and he's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
And they could bring the kicker in here to go for a field goal. It's going to be 4th down. And, well, let's see, about, well, I tell you, it's closer to that 10-yard line than what I thought it was, Bill.
He can't make up his mind with that mark. Well, it looks like about 3.
Yeah. I tell you, Coach Bucci now has a decision to make whether he's going to go for it or whether he's going to try to kick the field goal and get 3. And I think it looks like right here he's going to go for it. So they're going to try to get the first down and maintain possession. If they don't, then Bellaire will maintain possession. We'll get the ball on the 20 at this end of the field. This is a big down. 4th and about 3.
Crowd rises to its feet. Handoff for Ree, and he will.
I don't think he got it, Bill. He had to get to the 10, and I don't think he made it.
He got stacked up. I think they're going to mark him about an inch or 2 short, Coach, and they are going to measure. He had to get to the 10. They're going to call the chains in, I think. No, they're picking it up.
No, they're picking it up. He didn't make it.
He got stacked up. I don't know who came up and hit him, but he got stacked
Kinder
up.
was the first one there, and then I want to see who that is that had the hit on him, but I tell you, he didn't even get close to the 10. Here it is from ground level. Boom, there's a big hit in there by somebody, and I can't see who their number is, but
looks like Taylor. Looked like Taylor, number 2.
So now Bellaire has their opportunity, and all they need to do is score either by touchdown, field goal, whatever, and I'll tell you, they move into the state semifinal. They've got 1st and 10.
Davis to throw. Gets pressure, throws. He's got a man open. Taylor spun back in on a little turn-in pattern at about the 12-yard line. He'll be short of the first by about 2 yards, but that puts him in a good situation where play action is going to have to freeze the linebackers because they could run for the first down, but it brings up second and about 3.
If he's able to keep his feet here, Bill, he may score. I'll tell you, great throw and a great catch that time by Davis. And
Davis, quarterback draw. He'll have the first down.
Inside the 10.
Well, you can kick the field goal.
I don't think Bellaire wants to do that.
They don't want any part. They don't want any part of kicking anything. They want to put it in the end zone. The only way they're going to kick is if they get the 4th down.
I tell you, they're in the driver's seat right now. They've got a new set of downs, 1st and goal now from the 9. Let's see if they put Jose Davis on some type of a sprint out into the perimeter to the left.
Timberlake and Taylor will split to the far side.
Mamie is aligned that side also.
Kinder will stand at the near side. Davis back to pass. Has time, looks in the end zone. Timberlake, touchdown!
Mooney can't believe it.
Bellaire is going to the state semifinals. The final score 27-21 in one of the most dramatic football games you'll ever see on the WTOV9 High School Football Game of the Week. Bellaire wins it in overtime over Cardinal Mooney. Timberlake on a touchdown reception from 9 yards out from Jose Davis, and Bellaire is moving on.
Here it is, Bill. Timberlake is aligned wide to the left. And they're running a post pattern with him. He's got the defender beat. The ball is thrown perfectly. Timberlake got in the seam between the defensive back and the safety. Davis steps up and throws a strike right between the 8 and the 3, and it's all over. It's a big, big win from Bellaire, and what a great game all of these young guys from Bellaire have played. And congratulations to Coach Magistro and his staff. Well, I'll tell you, what a great, great group of kids, and what a big victory this has been for the Bellaire Big Reds.
Well, George Kellis down on the field, and we need him to get some post game, but he may take off all his clothes.
No,
George, don't do it, George. George Kellis, he's taking off the clothes. If we can get someone to grab the mic and get a post game interview, that'd be good too, but George is stripping down.
Oh, my Lord. Don't take that shirt off, George. Yes, he is going to do it.
No! George Kellis pumped up, and the crowd loves it.
But you can tell he's been working out at the Wellness Center.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what.
No, George, not the pants.
George, yeah, keep the pants on, George. Oh, man. See, now he's cold, though. Now he's cold, and he's just going to get the shirt on. He's freezing down there now. I'll tell you what, if we can get George to grab the microphone, that might be a good thing. And the team's right now meeting down at about the 20-yard line at the other end of the field. And, you know, some bad blood early in the game and some words exchanged early on. But at the end of this one, nothing but respect back and forth from these two ball clubs. A simply outstanding game. And I look down at Glenn Hetherington, and he's looking up, wondering if he can get George dressed and see if we can get Coach Magistro to do a post-game interview. And George is clothed. Let's take a look at it again, Coach. Perfect play.
Yeah, this is just a picture-perfect play, Bill. Great pass blocking. Everybody running their routes. Davis steps up into the pocket. And look at this pass. Just a perfect pass, a perfect catch, and a perfect ending to a perfect ball game. Boy, what a game this has been. Really exciting. Down to the wire. There's so many highs and lows in this game. You know, so much ebb and flow in this game. You know, it looked early on like Mooney was going to take control of the ball game, and you know, especially after that drive that they had at the beginning of the second half. You know, they looked so impressive, but you know, Bellaire came back and you know, took a 6-point lead. And then Mooney comes back with that great drive right at the end of the game, and they score with 22 minutes left on the clock to tie it. It looks like they're going to win it. All they have to do is kick the point, and Roboski hooks the ball to the left. It ends up in a tie. Mooney gives up possession on a 4th down and about 3 in the overtime. They give the ball to Bellaire, and Bellaire scores in their overtime period to win this ball game, 27-21. Just an up and a down game, and so much emotion and so much pride being shown by everybody. It's a great tribute to the entire Ohio Valley, the kind of football game that Bellaire played here tonight against a very, very outstanding football team from Youngstown and Youngstown Cardinal Mooney.
Well, right now we're going to go down to the field. George Kellis somewhere down in that match. All right, George, we're going to go down to you. Keep your shirt on, and we'll let you talk with Coach. Go ahead.
Sorry, John, I lost my head. I'll tell you what, these kids, this community, I've never seen anybody, a group of people been through more adversity over the years, deserve a moment like this, like you and these kids in this community.
It says a lot about everybody. It shows you how tough our town is. We just get some tough people. They don't sit down and feel sorry for ourselves. Our kids, we were down there, and we started moping for about a second or two, and they came right out of it. It says a lot about them, and our coach has done a great job.
Down by 9 points against a big, rugged, physical football team. What can you say about this? It's got to be one of the greatest, it has to be the greatest moment in Bellaire's 89-year history.
Without a doubt. It didn't look real pretty here for a while, but we knew our offense. We had a lot of good things open, and if we could just close them down a couple times defensively, we knew we could get back in the game.
Go get them, pal. Got 2 more to go.
Thank you.
All right, fellas. I'm telling you, I ain't never seen nothing like this.
George, you need big players to play big to win big games. Jose Davis, a career high tonight. 315 yards passing, 24 of 38, 3 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. He played an outstanding game, over 6,000 yards career passing yardage. And there's a look at Jose Davis hugging everybody, and the big touchdown pass in overtime, Coach, to win it. And some final thoughts, if you can even sum this one up.
I'll tell you, Jose Davis had a great game. As you pointed out, Bill, 24 of 38, 300 and some yards, through the big touchdown pass, to win this game. But, this team, is such a good team, and I put the emphasis on the word team. Their offensive line knows exactly what they need to do. I've never seen a high school football team pass block as well as this group of guys pass block. They do an excellent job. Jose Davis is a straight drop-back passer, and pass blocking is one of the hardest things to teach high school kids. Well, it's the hardest thing to teach anybody, for that matter. And these guys do such a great job at it. They protect him. They don't get to him very, very often, and that's why he's been able to throw for over 6,000 yards in his career. So give a lot of credit to the entire team. They have great receivers. They have guys that make good catches. They have guys that can run with the football after they make the catch. They have an opportunity, to get open. And when that opportunity arises, they get open, and Jose gets them the ball. And, just an outstanding team. I really think that this is a team of destiny, and I expect in 2 weeks to see these guys in the state playoffs or the championship.
Let's hope so. That would be fantastic. That picture right there, that's a look at your regional champions. Our Sacks for a Sack tonight. Let's take a look at them. Kroger Food and Drug will donate $50 to Salvation Army tonight for the Sack for a Sack program. But the big story tonight, the Bellaire Big Reds, your regional champions, they're on to the state semifinals for the first time in that school's history. Our final score tonight as we wrap things up, Bellaire in a thriller over Cardinal Mooney, 27-21. And they are on, the Big Reds, to the state semifinals. Good night, everybody.